Hello and welcome back to the FPL Tom deadline streams, game week 15, midweek. I don't think I've ever streamed this early. It's super early. It's like 3:45. The deadline is at 6 for the midweek rounds. A lot of people are going to forget to do their teams this week, so make sure you are doing your team. And if you're watching the stream, I mean, you've got no real kind of reason not to be doing it. As always, this is a dual stream, live on YouTube, live on TikTok as well. If you do have any questions about your team, do get them in. As always, we will be reviewing teams as well, live over on the YouTube stream. All you have to do for that is send in your team on Twitter at FPLTom_. Leave it under my pinned tweet. And then, yeah, we will be reviewing some teams. I can already see we've had some interaction in the TikTok chat. Hi, Daniel. Hope you're doing good, mate. Keep your questions coming in throughout the stream as well, guys. Any dilemmas that you're having with your team ahead of Game Week 15, do get them in. Like I said, we will try to answer as many as we possibly can. And like I said, we also will be reviewing your teams a little bit later on once we get a good plethora of those. So if you want to send them in at FPLTom_, leave it under my pinned tweet. That is the place to do it. If you enjoy any of the content that you see either on YouTube or on TikTok, give us a follow, give us a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the stream as well, all that good stuff. Harry1234, sup lad? Yeah, I'm doing good, mate. I hope you're doing good as well. Enjoying the midweek festive football as it is. Lots of deadlines coming up over the festive period. I think another 5 or 6 to go. I think we're going to be doing 4 or 5 of those streamed as well. So if you do enjoy the content, like I said, that you see, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're going to dive straight in today. We're going to take a look at my team because I've not actually made my transfer yet. And that's a little bit of a problem because I don't actually know what to do. There's 3 players that I'm eyeing up. We will come on to talk about those a little bit later. And I think I need your guys' idea as well. What to do with my team. Cheers, Daniel, for sending your team. We will take a look at those a little bit later once we get a good amount of those in. So if you want to send your team at FPLTom_, send me a team in and we will review it a little bit later. But for me, for my team at the moment, we've got Areola in goal. We've got Thiago Silva, Gabriel, Guehi. Diaby is the one that is going to be coming out this week. Then we've got Son, Palmer and Buemo, Salah captain, Haaland, Watkins. On the bench, Turner, Taylor, Cash and Archer. Now, the problem that I think I'm having is around Diaby and who to bring in for him. I've got 3 players that I am potentially looking at. Those 3 players are... Actually, I've made a slide for it, so we're going to get that up. The players that I've suggested that I think I'm going to bring in are Anthony Gordon, Willian or Hwang Hee-chan. Those are the 3 players that I'm looking at, which is, yeah, interesting because I don't have a clue which one to potentially go for. My brain is telling me potentially Anthony Gordon or Hwang. My heart is telling me to go for Big Willie. Like, it's just a bit like, who do we go for here? Who do we go for here? Harry123 said, if Gordon is injured, I have 4 million in the bank. I could transfer him in for maybe either Palmer or Son. I think he was in training today, so I think if I had Gordon, I think I would stick with him. I don't think I'd be looking to take him out of my team. So yeah, I think that's what I'd be doing. I wouldn't be looking to take Anthony Gordon out of my side if I did have him. I think I would just keep him in. For me, I'm actually looking at potentially bringing him in. So I think that kind of sums up what I think you should do there, Harry. Just keep him in. There's some real good fixtures coming up. But there is quite a lot of fixture congestion for Newcastle, Champions League, Carabao Cup, Premier League games as well. On top of that, I do think there will be some rotation in that side. That is one of the main things potentially putting me off going for Anthony Gordon. As you can see as well, 3 goals, 1 assist. Not bad. Highest point scorer amongst these players as well over the past 5 game weeks. But we said this on the preview stream. Willian, he's looking pretty good. He's looking pretty saucy, you know. He is looking a little bit saucy. And I don't know what it is about him, but there's some really good fixtures coming up for Fulham. Burnley this week as well. It's what we want to see. Thomas Palmer said, start Watkins, Pedporo or Bowen. I'd probably start Pedporo, to be honest. West Ham, you'd imagine they'd hopefully keep a clean sheet there. Someone said, skipping school to see your stream. Don't skip school. Come on, guys. Get back in school. It should be finished anyway. It's like 3:45. What the hell are you doing? How long does your school go on for? Scottish Brigade said, sup, how you doing, mate, as well? Another regular of the stream. Hope you're doing well, mate. Harry123 said, I swear if Willian does nothing and Jake has had my pants down, I'm going to cry. A lot of people are looking at Willian. He's already convinced my flatmate to potentially take a look at him as well. So, yeah, it could be a lot of people that could be coming for Jake. This was all his idea. He's planted this seed, and now it has grown to the fact that Willian actually might come in my team. George in the TikTok chat said, I've gone Salah triple captain this week. I mean, it is a pretty good game to target, definitely. But I think obviously there will be a response from Sheffield United sacking the manager. I don't think they're going to win the game. I think they might grab a goal and maybe frustrate Liverpool at times. But I don't think they're going to win the game. But I definitely think there'll be an improved performance. And I don't expect them to concede as many as they did. But I think Salah is a great pick for this week, regardless. I don't think you should be looking elsewhere. If you've got Salah, he's the best captain this game week. There should be no one else that you're definitely going for this week as well. Going for the triple captain, though, is rogue. Is rogue. Very rogue indeed. Gillingham will beat them. Who? Gillingham's going to beat who? Gillingham is going to beat who? Gillingham ain't beating nobody. Anyone else got their overall cup opponents in FPL? No, I haven't checked mine yet. Imagine if I got like Jake or someone like that. That'd be pretty rogue. That would be pretty rogue. Oh, Sheffield United. Fair enough. Fair enough. Scottish Baguette said Sheffield United will break that Derby point record. I mean, I don't even doubt it, to be honest. They are pretty dismal. Pretty dismal. And obviously, they're not going to spend any money in January. They're just going to go straight back down. So I do think they could be on the verge of doing something awful. But yeah, keep your questions coming in, guys. Like I said as well, if you want to send me your teams at FPLTom_ on Twitter, leave it under my pinned tweet, and we will try to answer as many as we possibly can. But yeah, those are the 3 players I'm thinking of. I think I'm going to put a poll out on the YouTube right now. So I'm just going to grab my laptop. And I want you guys to get voting for who you think I should bring in this week. Who should I buy this game week? Gordon, Huang, and Willian. There we go. Poll is up. Get your votes in for that. Who should I buy this game week? Gordon, Huang, or Willian? If you are on the TikTok chat and you want to come over to the YouTube stream, that is perfectly fine and acceptable. You can do that. Hope I get you as my cup opponent. I mean, if I'm playing bloody Willian, then you've definitely got to win, haven't you, to be honest? Oh, dear. Thoughts on Sunderland versus Newcastle in the FA Cup? I mean, it's a good tie. It's a good third round tie. Obviously, the third round is always kind of the centrepiece of the FA Cup. Along with the final and kind of the first round. It's where all the Premier League teams come in and Championship. So big fixtures for, lower league clubs like Mansfield and non-league teams as well. Especially the ones that have made it that far. So, yeah, I think it's a really good tie. Really good tie. I mean, not for the police, though. They're probably absolutely infuriated with that one. But it is what it is. Will Burnley score? I think Burnley will score today. I've just got a feeling. I think after that win, I think it will lift their confidence a little bit, and I think they will put in a more positive performance. Whether or not they're going to win the game, that's a different situation. I still think they're going to lose, but it is. Liam's asked, who's someone good to transfer in this week? Well, it depends what you're looking for, Liam. If you've got any positions that you need, maybe a goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, let me know, and then I can answer that question for you. Let's head back to my team on screen right now. And make sure people are sending their teams in as well. Yeah, people are slowly sending their teams in as well. Like I said, if you want to send me your team at FPLTom_ on Twitter, we will review those a little bit later. But is Semenyo a risk? I don't know. I don't actually know anything about the Wolves team. Let me go and have a check on that for you, mate. Let me go and have a quick check for you. FOTMob's the best app ever as well. Early finish for work. Cheeky Tuesday stream. That's my week. Oh, cute. Come flirt with me some more. I mean, the predicted lineup on FOTMob saying he's going to play, so I think that'll be fine. Do I have Dubravka? I do not have Dubravka. I feel I have other priorities to kind of manage. And I do feel at some point Newcastle are just going to go and buy a goalkeeper in January. I do think they'll just buy one in January, to be honest. Do I bench Kudos? I mean, he's been in pretty good form, so probably not. It depends who else is on the bench for you, to be honest. Who to captain? Haaland, Saka, or Trippier? I'm guessing you don't have Salah, and if that's the case, I'd probably just go with Haaland. Let's decline all of these. Sweet. I can see we've got questions flying in on the YouTube chat as well. If you are in the YouTube stream, guys, please hit that like button. It does push it out to more people, which is what we want to see on these streams. Try to get as many people in as possible. So if you're enjoying it, hit that like button for me. Right. My team is Areola, Saliba, Tsimikas, Lascelles, Wilson, Diaby, Tavernier, Lo Celso, Salah, Haaland, and Cunha. Some very rogue shouts in there, Scottish Baguette. Lewis has said, hi Tom, you got Willian already. I got him in for my bus team in my mini league I joined. Yeah, I haven't gone for him yet, but he is on the definite radar, is old Willian. Patrick said, hi, I've got a bit of a dilemma. I'd like to get a Newcastle goalkeeper, Dubravka, but I have 3 Newcastle players already. Which to get rid of out of these 2 defenders, Livramento and Lascelles? I think if you were to make a change, probably Lascelles with Botman back in training. So over the next few weeks, you're probably going to see Botman start to drop back in that side as well. So probably Lascelles, but I wouldn't be absolutely gagging to do it right away, but it is what it is. Someone said start Ferguson or Gordon. Who have Brighton actually got this week? That's a good question. I don't actually know who they've got. Oh, they got Brentford. They got Brentford. I'd probably go Gordon and risk it. To be honest. You're brave for starting Silva, no clean sheet there. Well, let's wait and see. United are pretty bad. Yeah, they're pretty bad. So I think it'll be fine. Ollie Wright has asked Sterling and Dubravka or Gordon and Sanchez. I think I'd prefer Gordon and Sanchez, to be honest. But with Gordon being a doubt, I think Sterling and Dubravka does make sense. Should I bench Nunes? I mean, it's a good fixture, but a lot of the predicted lineups that I've seen do have him benched, so I would be a little bit sceptical about playing him. But he could come off the bench and do something, you know what I mean? It is Sheffield United. They are pretty poor as well. Who to start, Matoma or Lascelles? I'd probably go Matoma, because I think there's going to be a late fitness check on... no, I'd probably go Lascelles, sorry, because Matoma's got a late fitness check as well. Keep the likes flying in, guys, on TikTok and on YouTube. Massively appreciate it from you guys. Hola, amigo. Vamos, Borussia. Yeah. We're repping the Dortmund gear today. Darwin or Watkins? I prefer Watkins. I said this last week. I think Watkins is going to outscore both Isak and Darwin over the festive period. So keep coming into the stream, guys. Keep the likes coming as well. Massively appreciate all that on TikTok and on YouTube as well. Hey, John. I'm doing good, mate. I hope you're doing good too. He's put yes, starting Silver 2 here. Love that from you. Hey Josh as well, another regular of these streams. Hope you're doing good, man. Ollie Wright's asked Sterling and Dubravka or Gordon and Sanchez. I'm guessing you just came over to the YouTube stream. Well, I appreciate that, mate. Like I said, I think I'd go Sterling and Dubravka just down to the fact that we're not 100% sure on Gordon, kind of his minutes. And that is a little bit of a concern for me, potentially looking at bringing him in this week as well. But it is what it is. Cash replacements. You probably want someone maybe like a Chelsea defender. That would be a really good shout. Ped Porro would be definitely up there as a top pick for me if I was looking at a cash replacement. Someone's asked, how am I? I'm doing pretty good. I hope you're doing good as well. Bradley said, Eze to Gordon or Turner to Dubravka. No other urgent transfers or injuries. Don't want to take a -4 to take cash out. I would probably do Eze to Gordon. I think as long as you've got a goalkeeper playing, I think you'll be fine. I do think Newcastle will go and buy a goalkeeper at some point in January as well, so it is what it is. Glad you're doing good, Josh. I'm doing good as well, mate. Let me know what your transfer and your team's looking like this week. If you do have any questions or any potential... what was I going to say there? If you want to send me a team, that's what I was going to do. If you want to send me your team, send it me on Twitter at FPLTom_. Leave it under my pin tweet, and we will review those in about 15 or so minutes. So get those in, and we'll have a good look through some of those and try and give you some advice and help you out. And if you're on the TikTok stream, the best thing that you can do is come over to the YouTube stream. It's all popping over here. You get to see my team on screen. The chat moves a little bit slower, so I can go back and forth as well and potentially not miss any of your questions. So if you want to do that, click the link in the bio. Yeah, there we go. Click the link in the bio. It'll take you to this stream. Sold Watkins, made 3 million and got Cunha. That's a bold thing to do. That is a very, very bold thing to do. Salah, Saka, Hwang, Gordon and Willian might be the most elite midfielder I've ever owned. Love that from you. Cheers for sending me a team, Scottish Baguette. Like I said, we'll go and have a look at those in 15 minutes. Josh has done a -4. Let me know who that's for. John David, I'm tempted to make transfers, but going to try and go into Saturday with 2 transfers. Was thinking of Jackson to Cunha, but Chelsea have a good streak of fixtures after. Hopefully he doesn't get a yellows in a short span. Yeah, I know, that'd be absolutely heartbreak. I'm also thinking about Jackson, in a few game weeks time, which I think does influence the Willian transfer a little bit more, because then I could go Archer up to Jackson as a potential option. But maybe not. I don't know. My score prediction. Yeah, let's take a look at my score predictions. We can do that. These are my predictions for this week. We've got a 2-1 win for Wolves over Burnley, a 2-1 win for Arsenal over Luton, 1-1 between Brighton and Brentford, a 2-0 win for Fulham over Forest, a 4-1 win for Liverpool over Sheffield United, 0-0 between Palace and Bournemouth, 3-2 win for Manchester City over Villa, a 3-1 win for Chelsea over Manchester United, and a 2-1 win for Newcastle over Everton, and then a 2-2 draw between Tottenham and West Ham. So those are my predictions for this week. Let me know what you guys are thinking with your team as well, and your predictions. Let me know what you're thinking. Someone said triple captain Willian. Yeah, I think bringing Willian in is enough to be a bit insane. Triple captain him, I'm probably going to have to stop giving out advice, to be honest. Liam's asked, who am I captaining this week? I have gone with Salah for my captain. I think he's just the obvious choice if you've got him. Sheffield United away is a great fixture. Sheffield United at home is an even better one. They're bottom of the league. They are miserable. The fact that Burnley can put 5 past them, it is what it is. Are you in the FPL Cup this game week? I am indeed, I believe. I am indeed. Let's go and have a check, actually. I'm pretty sure I'm in the FPL Cup. Maybe I might play one of you guys. Who knows? Who knows? Overall Cup. Oh, no. I'm good. I progressed with a bye down to my Game Week 14 score. So I'm not in it. I've got a bye. We're into the next round already. So, yeah. See you in Game Week 25. Is that the next round? Jesus, that's a long time away. But yeah, so I'm already through. Already got a bye, so we'll take that. No one's playing for me. And it's shocking, so I have to play it. Yeah, it looks that way. So if you had a stinker of a game week, you're going to unfortunately have to play this this week in the FPL Cup. If you didn't, then that's fine. Owens put captain, help please. Like I said, I think Salah's the best one that you can go for. If you don't own him, I'd probably just stick it on Haaland as well. Son's also a great shout with West Ham at home as well. Adam Birch has said, start a Doji or Lascelles. I'd probably go... I think I'd go with Doji, just for the fact that Spurs are at home. Romero's back as well, so hopefully, there's a little bit more defensive kind of stability within that side as well. Harry said, I don't know whether to go Palmer, Jackson in the future or Son, and just leave Mbama on the bench. Yeah, I'm a little bit sceptical about going for 3 forwards, because it's just not really worked out in the future, and I like this 5-man midfield that we've got. Midfielders this year just seem to be insane and incredible. I like the predictions this week, but think Spurs are going to win in the bag this week. Adam said, think Brendan Johnson is a good differential for the next few game weeks. I mean, Spurs have got some good fixtures, yes. But I think I'd rather have someone like Son. And I think I would rather have a more kind of talisman kind of in the side, to be honest, over potentially going for someone like Brennan Johnson. I mean, he could do extremely well. The fixtures are definitely there. You know European football for Spurs as well, so he will get little bits of breaks as well. But it is what it is, I guess. I don't think he's the worst shout, but I'm personally not looking at him. Who's my captain? My captain is Salah. My captain for this game week is Mohamed Salah. Do keep the questions flying in, guys. In about 10 minutes' time, we will go and review your team. So if you want to send me them at FPLTom_ on Twitter. And yeah, leave me your team there, and we will review those a little bit later. Salah or Saka captain? I'd probably still go Salah, to be honest. Yeah, I'd probably still go Salah. Saka's data has been pretty miserable. Sam said Bowen and Paqueta should be in everyone's team. I mean, probably not. Like Paqueta, he's not really there. What's my Twitter name? At FPL Tom _ there you go, at FPL Tom _ or you can just use the link in the bio. That will take you to the YouTube stream. It's in the description there. No worries. So yeah, all good. No worries, Adam, for the feedback, mate. Anytime, ask any questions you want. That is the point of these streams, and we'll try and help as many of you as I can to make the best decisions and hopefully top your mini leagues. Bench one, Alvarez, Bowen, and Nunes. If I had to bench one there, I'd probably go Nunes on the bench, to be honest. Just down to the fact that I've seen a lot of predicted teams from kind of reputable Liverpool kind of sources say that they do think Nunes is going to be benched. So I probably would go for the other two. Kudos, proper star boy in the Prem. I mean, he's doing quite well at the moment, isn't he? Definitely doing better than I thought he'd do. So, yeah, why not? Go for it. Should I take a -4 to put Alvarez on the bench and start He-Chan? Nah, I wouldn't. Only verified people can send on Twitter. No, you can't. That's a lie. That is a lie. We get loads of people each week sending me teams, and they ain't verified. All good. Thoughts on West Ham away fans? I mean, I don't really care about them. There you go. There it is. Gabriel or Adoji? I'd probably go Gabriel. We'll check Twitter in a few minutes' time to review people's teams, so get them in. Nice answer, mate. Salah captain. Son also seems a good alternative for home fixtures and the later match. Yeah, I agree with that. But I think if you've got Salah, I think that's just a wise and sensible decision this week. Start Tsimikas or Mitchell. I've sent you my team. Nice. I'd probably say, I think I'd still start Tsimikas, to be honest. Bench one, Isak, Nunes, Gordon, Diaby or Palmer. I mean, Diaby hasn't got the fixture at all, has he? No Rodri, so maybe Villa get a result, but I'd probably still be looking to bench Diaby out of those lot. Subtom, bench one for me, Martinelli or Ferguson. I'd probably go Ferguson. Who's better, Stevenage under 11s or Inter Miami? You know what? We'll go for the UK boys. We'll go for a bit of Stevenage under 11s. Oh, my dad forgot to change his captaincy last week. It was Rashford. That's a honker. That is a honker. Oof. I swear so many people sold Son, and that City game has really renewed people's trust in Son and Spurs. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the case. It always happens in FPL. The data was still there for him. The game before, he scored 3 goals that were all offside. So, you know, it's showing that he's definitely going to create the opportunities and get the opportunities from that side. So, yeah, it's an interesting one. It is an interesting one. Evans asked, start Palmer or Diaby? I would probably start Palmer, to be honest. The fixtures, it's just not there. But I can see Villa scoring some goals against Manchester City. No Rodri. They've so far this season, every game Rodri has missed, they have lost. So, yeah. Bench Mbeumo, Palmer, or Doku? I'd probably bench Doku out of the lot. You know, Pep wasn't too clear in his comments about him, so yeah. Have you played your wildcard yet? I have. I played it in game week 8 because my team was absolutely riddled in injuries. Any Gordon news? He was out training today with the squad, so yeah, pretty good. FPL MFZ said, Tommy, how you doing, mate? Hope you're doing good. Hope you are doing good. Do keep those likes coming in, guys, and all that good stuff. Like I said, it pushes it out to more people. So if you are enjoying any of the streams, either on TikTok or on YouTube, do hit that like button, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. In 5 minutes' time, we will go and review some people's teams. All you have to do for that is send it me on Twitter at FPLTom_. Leave it under my pinned tweet, and we will review those in a minute as well. So do get those in if you want your team reviewing and some advice on how to improve your side. Can I send my team on TikTok? No, I can't see my messages. If you want to leave it in the TikTok chat, I can kind of hope and read through it. That's probably the best solution I can offer you. Or you can come over to the YouTube stream, type it out there. That I can then go back and scroll and have a look at. Start He-Chan or Alvarez. I think I'd go He-Chan, you know. Back him. Back a bit of Huang. Back a bit of Huang. Hey Tom, rate this team please. Goalkeeper Dubravka, defense Pedporo, Saliba, Anderson, Simicas, mid Salas captain, Son, Gordon and Buemo, attack Watkins, Haaland, Palmer benched. Okay, I mean probably. I think if I was to replace anyone out of that team, it probably would be Simicas. Maybe might see a little bit of rotation today, but other than that, I think you've got everything right there. So no changes I would be making there. I've just realised 2 of my transfers this week are both kind of, you know, we could make Willy puns about them both. Huang, and then Big Willian himself. Currently winning that poll is Gordon with 62% of the vote, then Huang with 29%, and then Willian with 10%. But you know what? Sometimes polls look better the other way around, and we still might go for Willian. Who do you think of Wolves' defence? Should I start Kilman instead of Cash? Yeah, I'd play Kilman. I mean, I had a Wolves defender earlier this year. I went for Craig Dawson. Bloody Craig Dawson season was absolutely honking. Absolutely honking. But it is what it is. Any changes to my team this week? Yeah. I don't know what transfers I'm making yet. There's 3 players that I've identified. Gordon, Huang and Willian as potential Diaby replacements. That's where we're at, Katie. I hope you're doing good as well. If you want to send me your team, as always, on Twitter, we will review those in about 2 minutes' time. Should I go for Mbuemo and Nunes or Saka and Cunha? I would go Saka and Cunha, to be honest. Yeah, that's the way that I'd go. We the only people without Dubravka. It does feel that way. It does feel that way. Like if you looked on Twitter, every single man and their dog was bringing in bloody Dubravka. Sorry, every single Twitter account I saw was like, "Oh, Dubravka." Yeah, not me. We're a bit rogue on this channel. John said feeling Dawson might score this week. Let's not go down that route. I hope not. Give me honest opinions. No worries, as always. Louise has sent me his team. Edison, Gehi, Virgil, Gabriel Diaby, Gordon, Salah, Luis Diaz, and Buemo, Cunha, Haaland. Starting for me with Salah captain. Fair enough. I rate that. I mean, Diaby's probably the only player that I would maybe bench out of those lot, but everyone else I think I would probably keep the same. Team sent. Nice. We will go and take a look at some of those. Shouldn't Diaby be a decent option this week? Villa are strong at home. City don't have Rodri, and Diaby was rested at the weekend. I mean, you could argue that he was rested. I mean, he came off early in the game before as well, so I don't know whether or not maybe he's had a fallout with Emery, something like that. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Who knows? Who knows? It's going to be hilarious when those Dubravka owners read that they were going in for Ramsdale or De Gea. In it. Is it a good time to get in Saka the next game week as Arsenal's fixtures look a little bit tough? I mean, you're gambling more like this week he's going to do something against Luton, and you would hope that he would. To be honest, you would hope that he would. After that, though, I mean, Villa's a difficult fixture. I wouldn't say the Brighton one's too difficult. Liverpool away is quite bad. But then game week 19, West Ham, Fulham and Crystal Palace. And we've seen this year, I think sometimes people overestimate like top quality players against other top quality sides. They will do something. Look at Son at the weekend. A lot of people sold him because they saw City and then look what happened. Went and delivered. Went and delivered the goods. Thiago, 2 goals. Headed. Fingers crossed. Nice. Right, let's go and take a look at your guys' team. It is past, so let's start working through some of your guys' team on Twitter. How many have been sent? A lot. A hell of a lot. And more flying in. So if you want to send me your team, leave it under my pinned tweet. This one here, if you are watching on YouTube, FPL Tom _. Leave it under my pinned tweet, and yeah, we will review those right now. Starting off, this first team that we've been sent in is by Sif BLKCIR. Again, I'm not going to bother trying pronouncing that. I'll just absolutely butcher it and embarrass myself as I always do. He's got Dubravka in goal, Gabriel, Tsimikas, Adoji, Saka, Odegaard, and Mbeumo, Son, Watkins, Ferguson, Haaland, Gordon on the bench, and Mitchell on the bench. Ooh. I mean, realistically, there's probably no one else I would want to put in there for these guys. So I think you've got your team set up the right way. Triple Arsenal. Hopefully that works out and Luton don't get a result tonight. But we'll see how it goes. I'm guessing your transfer in this week was Dubravka. So fair enough. Team is looking very strong indeed. Daniel Gilmore. He sent me his team. Sanchez, Gabriel, Anderson, Trippier, Zinchenko, Salah captain, Douglas Luiz, Garnacho, Watkins, Darwin, Haaland, Doku injured on the bench. I'm guessing, yeah, no, someone else has put that Garnacho with a question mark. I'm guessing if you haven't used your transfer already, maybe look to take Doku out. He might play, he might not play. I know they've got Luton next week, but I don't think Pep's going to risk him this week. Other than that, probably, yeah, like this guy said, I'd probably take Garnacho out. It's a bit of a rogue one, to be honest. And I definitely think you might need some cover off your bench here, because I do think Darwin might be benched if we look at some of the reputable Liverpool predictions that we've seen so far. So that could be a problem, but it is what it is. So yeah, let me know if you've used your transfer or not, Daniel. MFZ, to be honest, I don't know what to do. I feel a lot of people are in that situation this week. I think your team's looking pretty strong. Arguably, that's an issue. I probably wouldn't have Bruno Fernandes. United, again, they're just in a little bit of a mess. It does seem a matter of time before Ten Hag gets sacked. They've got Bournemouth next week, so I guess you're probably playing towards that fixture. But still, I don't rate him at all. I do not rate United and Bruno as an asset in FPL at the moment. So I probably would look for him to be the replacement. You could go for Son. They've got some delicious fixtures coming up. West Ham, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, Everton, Brighton, Bournemouth. That could be a really good run that you take advantage of. So maybe look at Son as a Bruno replacement, unless you wanted to keep Bruno for that Bournemouth game. But other than that, I think you've probably got your team set up right with all the players that you've got. Who else? What else are we working with? We've got WooPQW. He/she, she, probably a he, no, my audience. Dubravka, Tsimikas, Zinchenko, Trippier, Anderson, Pedporo, Mbeumo, Salah captain, Saka, Palmer, and Darwin up front. That bench is stupidly strong. I get you've got like really good defenders, but benching Watkins seems a little bit rogue. He is arguably the second best forward in the Premier League at the moment. Bowen as well always seems to have good games against teams that kind of are set up for attacking on the counter as well. So yeah, I think I maybe would drop one of the defenders for Watkins, to be honest. But I don't know who I would suggest, to be honest. That is really difficult to say. I get why you've played the back five, but I just don't like playing a back five. I think it's just a little bit too negative, to be honest. But it is what it is. Right, let's keep going. Let's plough through some of these. Josh AFC, done a -4 this week. Have 2.7 mil in the bank. He's got Dubravka, Saliba, Gabriel, Lascelles, and Mbeumo, Saka, Salah, Gordon, Haaland, Watkins, and Cunha. Looking very good indeed. Let's see how Cunha gets on today. That'll be an interesting one for a lot of people as well. I've seen quite a few people potentially go for him. Yusuf has got Areola, Tsimikas, Livramento, Gabriel, Palmer, Saka, Sterling, Gordon, Salah, Haaland, Isak. I don't think there's necessarily any changes I'd make. Probably swap Mitchell with Pau Torres in your bench order. Other than that, play as is. But yeah, that's what I do there. Katie, who's in the TikTok chat, said, went from Chris Wadd to Semenyo. Hope it pays off. Any other thoughts? Onana, Tsimikas, Gehi, Pinnock. Yeah, I think your team's fine, to be honest. No changes that I'd make to the starting lineup, so I think everyone's in the right order. So, yeah, no qualms with that one. Interesting transfer, though, Semenyo. I get it. Like, he's been playing pretty decent. But I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. Jack United has said, took a risk getting Salah in for Saka. I refuse to sell Bruno. That is bold, my friend. That is very bold. Shaw on the bench as well is pretty rogue. And Livramento as well. Oh, and Juan He-Chan is captain. I've just noticed that. Juan He-Chan is captain. Oh my days. That is rogue. That is very rogue. You know what, mate? Fair play if it comes off. Fair play if it comes off. Max Meyer. He has sent me his team. Kelleher, Saliba, Trippier, Zinchenko, Gordon, Palmer, Bowen, Salah, Julian Alvarez, Isak, Scott McTominay on the bench. Interesting. I'm guessing you haven't made your transfer this week. I'd probably just replace Estupinian. Get a defender with some good fixtures coming up. Maybe like a Chelsea defender. Maybe someone like Reece James, Thiago Silva. If you wanted to bank on Colwell maybe and hope that he plays. That's probably where I'd go with that. Matoma, keep or kick? Probably kick. Harry CFC sent me his team. Raya, Saliba, Anderson, Pedporo, Saka, Juan He-Chan, Gordon, Salah, Willian. Here we go. Willian season kicking off. I've said it again. Every time I put season and a player's name, it doesn't go well. Dawson, Thiago Silva. Just a load of bloody frauds kicking about in my team. Haaland and Darwin. Dubravka, James, Mikolenko, and Mbama. Very nice. Very nice. Love the Willian edition. Love it. There'll always be some hidden in here. Here's John's team. Any suggestions or roll into 16 with 2 free transfers? I mean, I'd probably move Lascelles up one place on the bench, John. But other than that, I think you're looking pretty good, mate. I think you're looking pretty good. Roll in, take 2 free transfers. Then you probably could get Rice out for someone else. I think that's probably what I'd do there, mate. I love Joel Matip 97. Nice name. Has sent me their team in a very awkward picture. The flash is on, pal. Johnson, Trippier, Tsimikas, Lascelles, Gabriel, Elise, interesting. Salah, Saka, Gordon, Watkins, Haaland, Semenyo, Diaby, and Bayer on the bench. I think that's pretty good. Pretty good, Joel. Pretty good, mate. No qualms with that one. If you want to send me a team at FPLTom_, leave it under my pinned tweet on Twitter. So if you go to the bio, it'll take you to the YouTube stream. There'll be a link there. And yeah, that's probably the best place that you can come. Armanan? I think I got this wrong the weekend. Again, apologies if I got this wrong. Areola, Tsimikas, Trippier, Gabriel, Saliba, Gordon, Saka, Son, Salah captain, Cunha, Haaland, Taylor. I think that's pretty strong. Double defense. I'm guessing Cunha was your transfer in this week. A lot of people randomly have Cunha, which is interesting. Very interesting indeed, but we'll see how that one plans out. Alfie said, should I roll with 1 free transfer? Already have 1.8 million in the bank or make a defender transfer? I mean, if you're happy playing Diaby, then that's fine. You could maybe make a transfer there, but it is what it is. I mean, a defender transfer. I mean, you could probably get set up, maybe have Pinnock for next week. He could be a really good shout that you potentially could go for. Or a Chelsea defender as well in that spot there. Maybe like someone like Reece James. Just a shout. Or you could easily take 2 into next week and then have a look at what you're doing after that point. Chris, I think you're in the TikTok chat or the YouTube chat. He sent me his team. Leno, Gahey, Saliba, Simicast, Palmer, Son, Saka, Salah, Gordon, Haaland, Darwin. Very nice. No issues there. I wouldn't change anything. Looking pretty good for this midweek game round, to be honest, Chris. Looking very good indeed. Look if we've got any early team news. Doesn't look like we have. Fair enough. No early team news. No early team news. We will do another round of those in case I've missed anyone's kind of teams. So get them sent in to me. As always, sometimes they don't appear, so I can't help that. I don't control Twitter. The best thing that you can probably do there is just follow me. Make sure you are leaving it under that post as well. That is the only way that I'll be able to find it most of the time as well. Otherwise, it just kind of vanishes or disappears and doesn't actually kind of appear. So yeah, it is what it is. Tom, again, it's Annan. Again, I do apologise, mate. I'm absolutely terrible with pronunciations and names. So, yeah, sorry, mate. Let's see what questions I've missed while I've been away. Who will start? Diaby, Cash, Branthwaite, or Archer? Probably Diaby out of those lot. From Lord Dawson to Lord Silver, but we only know the only Lord is Maguire. I mean, he scored more points than both of them, so that kind of sums that up, doesn't it, to be honest? Are you focusing on the cup? I'm already through the cup. We got to buy. Everyone's laughing at Maguire. I'm looking at Gibbs White. Maguire is a good asset. Yeah, sure. Sent my team. Sweet. If it didn't appear or I didn't review it, I do apologise. Sometimes they don't show. Benching Bowen in an away game is mad. That is true. He has got that ridiculous record this season of scoring in away games. I just took out Anderson and put in Watkins, so no more 5 at the back. Nice. I'm genuinely scared of my opponent's team. A turkey in a bush has said, start Sanchez or Areola. I'd probably go Sanchez. Let's try again. Pronounce arm on. Yeah? There we go. What's my predictions for the Arsenal game? I've gone for a 2-1 win for Arsenal. That is the one. Should I start Bowen or is my starting lineup too good? I think I said it was too good. I can't remember. I've seen a lot of people's teams just in a flash there. But yeah, I think I said it was alright. I don't think you need to do that. Right. We have got about an hour and a half till the deadline. We will do another round of team reviews in about 15, 30 minutes, something like that. So if you want to send me them in, you missed out on that round, at FPLTom_, get them sent in. Porro or Lascelles, I'd probably go Porro, back the home team. Is Trent worth it? I don't think he's probably going to justify his price point, so no. He's not going to do what he's been doing in the past few weeks, in my personal opinion. Thoughts on Diaby and Cash to Anthony Robertson and then Buemo. Anthony Robertson did impress me at the weekend, but he is a little bit of rotation risk with Timothy Castagna as well being at left back. Do I think Nunes will start? I don't think so. I don't think he will. If you read kind of what people have been saying on Twitter, doesn't look good for Nunes. Thomas Palmer said, I don't know whether or not to start Porro or Bowen. I mean, Bowen does have a really good away record. So I definitely think it is what it is. Can you view mine if you haven't already? Let's have a check, mate. Let's have a check. Saka the Goat 69. Thank you for the follow. It's an interesting name, isn't it? Can't see your teammate, which is annoying. It does annoy me when stuff like this happens. Sorry, Scottish Baguette. It's not there, as you can see plainly. It isn't there. I have had a scroll through. But yeah. When am I doing rating teams? I mean, we've just done a batch, but if you want to send me yours, we will review those a little bit later. Probably in like 15 or so minutes, we'll do another batch. How many minutes do you think Nunez will get? I mean, it's really difficult to say, but I'd probably say like 30, 40, something like that. And Buemo for Doku, yeah, I'd probably do that move. Start Bowen or Watkins. I'll probably go Watkins. There's no Rodri. City have lost every game so far this season without Rodri. Zinchenko to start. I mean, from what I've read in predicted lineups, yes. But again, can't be too confident on that. I think there's going to be a lot of shocks in this midweek round, to be honest. I do see a lot of players potentially getting benched. Will Gakpo start? A lot of the predicted kind of lineups are saying that Gakpo is going to start over Nunez. So, yeah. Son or Mbeumo to Saka. I'd probably do neither to Saka, to be honest. I'd hold both. Do keep your questions coming in, guys, as we're approaching an hour and a half till the Game Week 15 deadline. If you want your team reviewing as well, we will do another batch of those a little bit later. So send me those at FPLTom_ on Twitter. Right, I'm gonna take a look at my transfers for this week. What I'm planning on doing. So these are the three players that I've outlined. We've got Gordon, we've got Willian, and we've got Hwang. Now, Willian has got some stupendous fixtures coming up, him and Fulham. That's why he's kind of in here. He's also on penalties as well, which is a great asset. You know I love that asset. Nottingham Forest this week, who have only won one of the last 10 games. Cooper's under a little bit of pressure. Injuries starting to mount up at Forest as well. Then it's West Ham next week. At home, so again, that game could go either way. West Ham not keeping clean sheets at the moment. He would be benched for the Newcastle game. And then it's Burnley in game week 18, which means I wouldn't have to free hit, which is good. Burnley at home, great fixture. And then Bournemouth away in game week 19 as well. Another quality fixture. But the question is Willian probably going to play in all of those games? Probably not. So, it's just hard to say, isn't it, what to do. Then Hwang, on the other hand, Burnley, Nottingham Forest and West Ham are probably the three fixtures I would play him. Then it's Chelsea in 18, which does leave me with a little bit of a problem. Because at that point, I could be triple Chelsea, so I don't think I'd want Hwang. Then there's Anthony Gordon. Now, he has got a flag, but I do think he will play this week. But then it's Tottenham at the weekend. Then Fulham, Luton and Nottingham Forest. Great fixtures, don't get me wrong. But there's then Champions League in there. There's Carabao Cup games in there. So is he going to play, maybe miss out on potentially the Fulham and the Luton game? Probably. So I'm kind of left in this conundrum of who do I actually go for? Because I'm a little bit confused. I'm not 100% sure what to do this week. What to do. Will Ben White start? I think so with the Tomiyasu injury. I think so. Again, it's all difficult to say. Let's go and have a look at some draft tower predicted lineups. Let's take a look. That might help me. So the predicted lineup for this one is... Let's get this up for you guys on screen so you guys can see this. There we go. So if you want to come over to the YouTube stream and you're on TikTok, right now we're running through predicted lineups on the Draft Town website. Raya, White, Gabriel, Saliba, Zinchenko, Odegaard, Rice, Havertz, Saka, Jesus, and Martinelli. So the person asked me about Ben White. Draft Town's predicted model does think that they will play. Villa is saying Martinez, Konza, Pau, Diego Carlos, Digne, Cash, Kamara, Douglas Luiz, McGinn, Diaby and Watkins. Interesting indeed. Bournemouth have got Neto, Smith. Yeah, we're not looking at Bournemouth. And Buemo's there for them. Ferguson, a lot of people have said him. He's also in the Brighton predicted lineup for this week. Not bothered about Burnley. Thiago Silva, Reece James, Palmer's predicted in this one. As is Nicholas Jackson as well. And I've seen a few people have him when reviewing teams. What other ones have we got? They're predicting Willian's going to get 80 minutes, so that's pretty good. Robinson as well, someone asked me about him. Timothy Castagna as well on this other side here. Liverpool, they are predicting Darwin to play. Now, I've seen different things on Twitter about Darwin Núñez. I think this is probably going to be the most controversial lineup. How this actually ends up in the end is probably going to be a mess. But we'll wait and see. We will wait and see. Luton, City, maybe... yeah. City got Villa. No, it's not worth it. I was thinking like maybe I go Foden. They are saying Anthony Gordon's going to play in this one. They are predicting Anthony Gordon to play. The sensible move would just be to go for Anthony Gordon. But with him having that flag, it does worry me a little bit. Morello's got a flag. They're not actually that bad at defending, are they, Forest, though? Interesting. We've had some more teams sent in to me. All great, sure. 1 free transfer, roll or maybe cash to Porro. I'd probably do cash to Porro. I think that's a pretty good transfer to go for. Think that is a pretty good transfer to go for. Pope replacement, probably be like Dubravka. Like for like, isn't it really? You get the same fixtures. Save a lot of money. Son to Saka with 2.2 mil in the bank. I probably wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be looking to take Son out for Saka this week. I think over the next 5 or 6, Son's got the better fixtures compared to Saka as well. Do I start James, Mikalenko or Núñez? You're scaring me. What do you mean I'm scaring you? The Núñez propaganda. I mean, Draft Town just had him starting there, so take it as you will. Also, if Gordon don't play, does Reece James come in? I have 2 defenders and an attacker on the bench. Depends what order. It'll be whoever's first. Rate my team, please. Just sent it. I probably just did. Jeff, hi mate. How you doing? Start Watkins or Gordon. I'd probably back Watkins. At least, like, Gordon's got that flag, so I probably would back Watkins. Where do I send my team? If you want to send it me on Twitter, at FPLTom_, leave it under my pinned tweet. That is the place to do it. That's the place to do it. Should I triple captain Salah? Probably not. There's going to be some double game weeks announced in the next few weeks, so they're probably the place to do it, especially if City get that one with Brentford and stuff like that. Can I send my team on Twitter real quick? Gotta go tennis soon. Interesting. Yeah, sure you can. Thoughts on the advantage call in the last minute of the Spurs game? I mean, corruption is a word, and let's just go with that. That's one way to describe it. Best captaincy, I'm on Salah. Yeah, I think that's the best one, to be honest. That's who I'd go for. If I've got Salah, I'd just stick with Salah. I won't bother going anywhere else. No, mine is different. My username is AA1. Okay, mate. Let's have a look if I can find it. If it's not here, this seems to be a problem today with people sending me their teams. It's not appearing or it's hiding or whatever. So if you have sent me your team and it's not appearing, I'm not being rude. It's just not coming in, which is really annoying. All right, we've had one from Daniel. He sent me his team. He's got Areola, Saliba, Mitchell, Tsimikas, Trippier, and Mbeumo, Gordon, Son, Salah captain, Haaland, and Isak. I think that's a pretty strong team. I don't think there's anything that I'd necessarily change about that. You've got the right captain. Yeah, I think that team's fine. Ethan, I know that's Jeff in the YouTube chat. He sent me his team. Areola, Turner, Taylor, Gahey, Gabriel, Trippier, Cash, Son, and Mbeumo, Salah, Adingra, Chukwuemeka, Haaland, Isak, and Alvarez. I'm guessing you haven't made your transfer already. 0.1 in the bank. Maybe look at a cash replacement. Maybe someone like a Doji I think you could afford. That might be a nice option there. You probably want a Gahey replacement for next week because their fixtures fall off a cliff as well. So yeah, I think you're definitely going to look, probably Jeff, at like a cash replacement. Gahey replacement for next week as well. You could always make the move Turner to Dubravka if you want to go down that route. But yeah, it is what it is. Pinnock might be a good shout for cash as well next week. Frees up some money for you. Someone else just sent me their team. Dave Johnson has sent me his team. I'm guessing Dave's a man. You know, we don't want to get in trouble for assuming genders, but we're going to say Dave's a guy. Areola, Lascelles, Gabriel, Cash, Walker, Salah, and Mbuemo, Saka, Watkins, Haaland, and Julian Alvarez. I don't think there's any changes that I'd necessarily make to this team. I think it's looking pretty strong. I mean, that actually isn't. I've just noticed that. I'd probably gamble on Matoma for cash. And if you've got a transfer left, I probably would look to get Matty Cash out of here and go for someone like Ped Porro. He's the one that I'm suggesting to people this week. Ethan Pinnock's also a really good shout. Maybe find yourself a Matoma replacement. Maybe somebody like Anthony Gordon, potentially, could be the one. Hwang Hee-chan, rather than playing like Cash, Walker, Watkins, Haaland, and Alvarez all in one game. Son to Saka, 2.2 million in the bank. Nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be taking Son out, to be honest. I would not be taking Son out. Would not be taking Son out. What is kicking off in the YouTube chat? Let's have a look. Dinger, I want to move on soon, yeah. Should I get Dubravka or wait? I have 2 free transfers next week because I've got... Okay, I'd wait then. Scroll up, it was there. I mean, it probably wasn't, mate. It wasn't. I don't think it was. We've been through it. And I can't see your team. I know you. Oh, there it is. There it is. I was lying. I was lying all along. AA1 has sent me his team. He's got Areola, Livramento, Gahey, Walker, Adingra, Salah, Saka, Gordon, Darwin, Isak, and Haaland captain. Going against Salah's, it's rogue. It's rogue, and I wouldn't do that. I'd change that captaincy straight back to Salah. I'd also put Ped Porro in over probably Walker. Yeah, I'd probably put Ped Porro in over Walker. Hard place to go, Villa Park. Sorry for missing your team about 8 times. Oh, how long have we got till the deadline? We've got about 1 hour and 15 minutes. We'll do another batch of team reviews a little bit later on. So send me a team on Twitter if you want it reviewing. Think Stags need to buy anyone in January? Probably a striker, let's be real. Probably a striker. Will Swan's not really cut it, has he? Unfortunately. Akins is Akins. Reece Oates will get injured again at some point. James Gale's probably like National League North level. He's not really cut up to the mustard so far this year either. So, yeah, probably looking for a replacement there. Visser or Palmer? I'd probably go Palmer. Same with the Diaby for Palmer one. I'd probably go Palmer. And Mbuemo and Nunez or Cunha and Saka on a free hit. I'd go Cunha and Saka, to be honest, then. I'd go Cunha and Saka. I do need to actually remember to actually make my transfer this week. Might do Saka captain. Oh my god, you rogue boy. Just go with Salah, man. There's no need to be different this week. Palmer or Sterling? That is a good debate. That is a very good debate. I think with Palmer, you do get the penalties. You also get that lower price point as well. Both are fantastic assets. But I think I would go for Palmer just down to the fact that he does get penalties when he's on the pitch. So I'd probably go Palmer. Probably would go Palmer. Who should I buy this game week? The poll for that. 60% have gone for Gordon. 27% for Hwang. And 12% for old Big Willie. I'm still tempted by it, though. I'm still tempted by it. And Mbuemo to Saka with 2.2 million in the bank. Why are people so adamant on getting rid of Mbuemo, man? Why? Like, the fixtures are good. They got Sheffield United next week. Then they've got Villa, which is a little bit difficult. Then the blank, but then it's Wolves, Palace, and Forest. He's a really good long-term hold. As long as you've got a plan to kind of deviate and keep him out during the blank, then you're fine. Diaby to Saka and Mitchell to Livramento for a -4. Would need to free up to bring in Saka. I don't really like Livramento as a pick. I think that's a little bit rotation-y. A little bit risky. A lot of games coming up for Newcastle as well. So, I think if you picked a better defender, I'd probably be more for it. And I think the Arsenal fixtures, yeah, it's Luton this week. Then it's Villa, Brighton and Liverpool. So not the best for Saka. So I don't know if it's going to justify that -4, to be honest. Who will you start? Diaby, Cash, Branthwaite, Archer. Take a -4 to replace Diaby. I probably would just play Diaby. I think he's going to play after being benched at the weekend. I think he will play. He got an assist when he came on as well. And City don't have Rodri. They are yet to win a game without Rodri so far this season. So yeah, I think I'd do that. I would do that. Let's take a look if we've had any team news. Just stuff about Nkunku, but we ain't really bothered about that, are we, guys? Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe button, and follow button. All that good stuff as well, guys. Help support the channel. Means that I can take more time off work to do these streams as well, if they are worth it. Connor sent me his team. He has got Dubravka, Saliba, Mitchell, Trippier, Son, Salah, Palmer, Gordon, Saka, Haaland, and Darwin. Very interesting indeed. I like this. I do like this. Very strong. Obviously, Darwin, we've spoke about this, could be benched, but it is what it is. I wonder if FPL Harry has put out the predicted lineup poll thread thing. Here it is. 48 seconds ago. Like, it was just there in my brain. This poll's pretty good. If you want to go and follow FPL Harry, yeah, you probably know who he is if you kind of follow people in the FPL community. Zinchenko, people have asked him his prediction is going to play. Watkins and Diaby are playing for the Villa one as well. What other people have we had potentially saying? Palmer for the Sterling one. Palmer for the Chelsea one, sorry. Who's the Fulham one? Ollie. Oh, he's got no followers. He has got no followers. Oh, God. Nunes is at 50% on this one. Again, this is what I'm talking about. People are doubting Nunes this week. So, whoops. Well, that's wrong. It says Pope's playing. That's definitely wrong. Vicario, Porro. So if you're potentially looking at him. Emerson, Davis, Adoji. Johnson is predicted to play. I know someone asked me a question about that. Potentially going for him. Hwang up front. Yeah. Pope. Pope? Just like, what other questions have we had? Saka cap? No, we're going Salah. We're going Salah cap. Who do you think is more nailed for the upcoming matches, Palmer or Sterling? Honestly, it's so difficult to say. Sterling came off quite early at the weekend for Palmer. Palmer did have that knock, so maybe it was more a precautionary thing. And I think Palmer's been in the better form. Like, I think they're both going to see some rotation over this period. I think I would go with Palmer, though, to be honest. Is it worth doing a -4 to get rid of Diaby, and if so, who for? No, not necessarily. He's going to play, I think. City don't have Rodri, so I don't think it's worth doing a -4, to be honest. 4-4. Nice. But yeah. Also, is it good choice to get rid of Diaby for one of them? Yeah. As long as you're not taking a minus for that. Gordon start, I hope, fingers crossed. Playing Sterling or Hwang. I'd probably play Hwang. He's got the better fixtures. Hwang in, Gordon out. Okay, fair enough. Start Diaby or Kilman. I'd probably play Kilman. You'd hope they'd keep a clean sheet at home against Burnley. Worth a -8 to get Salah in? No, I definitely don't think it's worth a -8. Not a -8 anyway. Play Mitchell or Tsimikas. I mean, predicted lineups are saying Tsimikas is going to play, so I'd probably back that and play Tsimikas, unless we get any kind of news that he's not going to play. But I doubt we'll get much news before today's deadline, with a lot of teams playing on Wednesday and Thursday. Let's take a look at some predicted points for this game week, guys. These are the top predicted kind of players for this week. This is all on the Draft Town model. If you want to go and check out their website, there is a link in the description. It's an affiliate link as well, so if you do sign up through there, I get a little bit of money, which is always nice, always handy. Salah is top with 9.5. That's why I'm telling people just easily go with him captain. If you haven't got Salah, I'd probably say go Haaland. 8.2 predicted points for him. Then it's Saka with 7.2, Trent with 6.9, Son with 6.8, and Zinchenko with 6.8. Then Odegaard with 6.4, Darwin with 5.8, and then Martinelli with 5.7. SportCat01 has said, on a wild card, should I have Watkins or Darwin? I would probably have Watkins, to be honest. Just down to the fact we don't know whether or not Darwin's going to play. A lot of people are suggesting that he's potentially going to be dropped this week, so I would probably go with Watkins. Probably would go with Watkins. Will Luis Diaz play? Yeah, Luis Diaz should play, I think. That's what a lot of people are saying. But at the same time, they could do something rogue. Like I said, this midweek round, there's going to be quite a few transfers, to be honest. Rotation, that we are going to see within a lot of sides. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But we'll see how it goes. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. We've got about an hour and 10 minutes till the deadline. It seems a bit flat today because I don't think there's too much going off. I feel it's pretty self-explanatory this week, to be honest, for a lot of people. But it is what it is. Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe I just miss the weekends. People laughing at Dortmund. Why? Evan Ferguson or Diaby in FPL? You'd probably go Ferguson. Start Diaby or João Pedro? João Pedro. Bruno for Hwang? Could you not just get Saka? Would it be possible to rate my team? Yeah, if you want to send it me on Twitter at FPLTom_. Leave it under my pin tweet. Hwang for Bruno. Again, I think I'd rather have Saka. Thoughts on Sterling. Chelsea look good attacking. They do indeed. I think either him or Palmer are great for that midfield slot. A lot of us are probably going to end up with triple Chelsea at some point. So I think it's a good bet. Really like your channel and the FPL channel. Always answering my questions. Not like other channels who only answer super chats. Hope nothing but the best. Yeah, I mean, I get why the other channels only answer super chats because it's a little bit difficult for them to read. Like, at the moment, we don't have, like, the big numbers in the streams, do we? So, you know, I can go back, I can read chats, I can answer people's questions a lot more thoroughly, which is good for people, you know, who come across the stream. You get your question answered, you don't have to pay some money. But I understand because the top ones have got thousands and thousands of people in there, all asking very similar questions. So, it is a little bit difficult. And a lot of the guys do amazing work as well. So, you know, they might not answer the question unless you pay for it. But at the same time, they've also got thousands of people in their streams. So, yeah, hopefully one day we can hopefully get to that point. Buy Dubravka or wait and have 2 free transfers next week. I'm personally waiting. It depends what the rest of your team looks like before making a decision on Dubravka. Should I own a Spurs defender on my wildcard? Yeah, I'd probably have Ped Porro in there. There's some good fixtures coming up for them. Would you start Tyreek Mitchell or Livramento? I think Mitchell's definitely going to be more nailed, so I'd probably go Livramento. Right, people have apparently sent me their team again, so let's go and have a look at this. Z2112. Hey Tom, please can you rate my team? I know I should have a midfield essentials and Buemo, but I'm waiting until the right time to sell Saka/Son to bring in either Haaland or some Chelsea assets. Thank you. Cormac said, how do we send your team? If you want to send me a team on Twitter at FPLTom_, leave it under my pin tweet and I will review it on the YouTube stream. So if you want to come over to that as well and hit subscribe on the channel, that would be massively appreciated by me. Let's take a look at Z2112's team. Flecken, Trent, Trippier, Zinchenko, Juan Hee-chan, Gordon, Salah, Saka, Son, Darwin and João Pedro. Anderson on the bench is rogue and Solanke on the bench. I think I would rather play one of Solanke or Anderson over João Pedro, to be honest. That is the only change that I would make. I think then you can take 2 into next week as well. transfers as well. So that's probably what I'd do there. I'd make a choice, entirely up to you, to play one of those over João Pedro. And then maybe you could look to sell Saka next week to get Haaland back in. But yeah, that's probably what I'd do there. Angus, thoughts? What would you do this week or hold? Gehi, Gabriel, Tsimikas, Adingra, Saka and Buemo, Son, Salah, Haaland and Darwin. You've got Colwell. I'd probably move Colwell up to first sub on the bench just in case Darwin doesn't play. So yeah, that's what I'd do there, Angus. In terms of transfers, I don't know how much budget you've got, but maybe an Adingra replacement. But other than that, I probably would hold and maybe go into next week. We are going to see some shock rotation this week. Some shock players dropped who haven't been dropped all season. It's going to happen. So yeah. Will Tsimikas play? If you take a look at the kind of predicted lineups, a lot of people are saying that he will, but that's pretty much all we're going for. -4 hit, Diaby to Gordon. I probably wouldn't do that. Current wildcard team, should I try and get Salah in? Is Ped Porro worth it? Yeah, I'd be having Salah in this team 100%. I'd drop Trippier down. I'd go and get a different Newcastle defender. I probably would have... It's difficult to say. I don't think you need both Palmer and Sterling. I would have one or the other. So I probably would get rid of Sterling, free up some funds to go and get Salah. Then there's a lot of money kind of spent on the bench as well. I think if you wanted to get Salah, that Solanke position would have to become a 4.5 million forward there, Harvey. To be honest, mate. And you've got quite a lot stacked in the defence. There's no kind of real 4 million dud player as well to free up some extra cash. So that's probably what you'd have to do there if you wanted to get Salah in. But have a play. Do we get a wild card in January? We get it after, I think it's game week 19 it renews. So yeah, after that point we get another one. What's my plan for this week? Well, I think we're going to replace Diaby for either Gordon, Hwang or Willian. That is the plan. But at the same time, I might just keep Diaby and take 2 into the next game. But I don't know. That's how I'm feeling. Whether or not I do that and end up doing that, I don't know. Bench 1 of Palmer, Bowen and Pedro. I'm guessing you mean João or Ped Porro. If it's João, I'd probably bench João Pedro. Chance of Salah rotation? I can't see it happening. Is Salah absolutely essential with AFCON in a few weeks? I think for the next few weeks, yes. And then when AFCON happens as well, there's also the Asia Cup. So Son's going to be gone, Hwang, all these other players as well. So in essence, we're going to have a lot of budget kind of free anyway. So it's going to be very easy to get the likes of Salah and Son back into our teams as well. No, the wildcard does not stack. You need to use the other one before game week 19. So game week 19 will be the last week you can play that first wildcard. What does the cost next to bank on transfer mean? What do you mean? Let me have a look. What you mean by that? Oh, okay. So if you've only got one transfer and you make another one, the cost will be -4, then -8, like just kind of going up in 4s after that. So 12, 16. So you automatically get one free transfer, and then any that you take after that, you get more minuses. So yeah. So yeah. Jeff said, I think I'm doing cash to a doji. Alright, I rate that move, mate. I do rate that move. Why am I on points? We don't want to look at points. Oh, what do I do? I'm actually baffled what to do with my team. So baffled what to do with it. We could go Gordon, we could go Hwang, we could go Willian. We could roll and take 2 into the weekend. The next deadline is Saturday, by the way, guys. And I will be back live as well. So if you do enjoy any of the content that you see today, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, follow, all that good stuff. Hopes for an Edison clean sheet? I hope not. But I know why you want it. Thought on the Sheffield United manager situation. I mean, to be honest, whoever goes into that job is going to have an extremely hard task. Like, the owner's not going to spend any money. They're going to go back down. I think whoever does take over kind of has to know that, and I think that's why Chris Wilder's coming in. You know, his stock is at an all-time low as well. If he can at least salvage maybe something and put some positive kind of performances on the board, you know, pick up some points for them, avoid that Derby record, probably going to be better for his reputation. Diaby to Sara seems the most obvious. I'm guessing you mean Saka, and if that's the case, I can't afford Saka. Don't have the budget for Saka, unfortunately. What team do I support? I support Mansfield Town, which is that team, not the Dortmund shirt, the next one over. We play in League 2, so definitely nowhere near fantasy. Alvarez or Bowen this week? I would probably go Alvarez. Yeah, I get what you mean, HT, about Saka, but I just can't afford him, unfortunately. He would be the obvious transfer for this team, but that's it. Where's the money tied up? I mean, we've got three 5 million defenders, cash on the bench as well. So that's where that extra kind of little bit of money's tied up there, to be honest. In Matty Cash, unfortunately. Zidane for Sheffield, the only man that can save them. I mean, honestly, whoever goes in there, if they stay up, they have done a miraculous job, but it's not going to happen. Triple up Newcastle defence, including the goalkeeper. I mean, that is mental. I think, you know, they do seem like the only team at the moment that can keep clean sheets. Whether or not that's going to continue, probably not. A lot of games coming up for them. A lot of games coming up for them. Start Lascelles or Gahey. I mean, this is probably going to be the last week you're going to play Gahey, so maybe just go for him. Bournemouth at home as well. You would have to say Palace probably should keep a clean sheet in that one. Start Walker or Gahey. Again, I'll probably go Gahey. No Rodri. Every time Rodri's not played, City have lost this season. So I'll probably do that. Let's have a drink of water. Jesus, my throat is dry. As well, guys, I did actually go and film. Is that the right word? We went and filmed a podcast yesterday called All in Good Sports. If you want to go and check that out, I'm going to actually get the link for that right now and put it in the chat. But yeah, All in Good Sports. I went and filmed a podcast for that yesterday, so it's going to go into the YouTube chat right now. And yeah, it was really good. We spoke about FPL. We spoke about my work in the sports broadcasting industry and kind of how I've got there and stuff like that, and the process of making YouTube videos and all that stuff. So it's a really good kind of chat for anyone who's potentially looking at doing something like that. Let's just spam that in there a load. So yeah, if you want to go and have a listen of that after, yeah, then go and have a listen, guys, because it's a good listen. It's a good listen. Find a little bit more out about me as well, which is always good. Just pin that as well for anyone that does come in a little bit later. So yeah, if you're on TikTok and want to go and check that out as well, All in Good Sports, their latest episode with me. I think they've got someone from the Bradford City Trust on next week. Then they've got some MMA fighters coming up as well. Like, you know, they've got some impressive guests coming onto the show as well. So if you want to go and check that out, go and have a look. My episode was this week where I spoke about FPL and all that good stuff, and my life outside of that as well. So yeah. Sam Small says, not got Haaland, but have got Tripp, Sterling, Saka, Son, Salah, Matoma, Darwin, Watkins. Is that enough? Probably not. Haaland is a little bit of a robot at the moment. Mehdi, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Again, if I butchered that, apologies. Hi, mate. Welcome to the stream. Would you play Raya or Keller? I'd probably play Raya. Should I sell Diaby? I mean, that's kind of where I'm at the moment. I think I am going to sell Diaby, but I don't know. I'm unsure what to do, to be honest, about him now. Haaland had a system malfunction. He really did, didn't he? Still got his 2 assists, though. Should have scored as well. The open goal that he had was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. What transfer do we make this week? I thought Heskey says, yo, start Bowen or Shaw. I'd probably go Shaw, to be honest. 55 minutes till the deadline, guys. If you want to send me your teams as well and get them reviewed at FPLTom_, leave it under my pinned tweet. If you are enjoying the content as well, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Scottish Baguette said 52 points last week. It's not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Captain Son or Gordon or Haaland or Saka. I'm guessing you don't have Salah if you're asking that. So probably my top picks would be either Son or Haaland, to be honest. Those would be my two. If you've got a gut feeling on Saka, go for it. But yeah, I'd probably say Son and Haaland are my favourites. Is Porro a good option? Definitely. Some really good fixtures coming up for Spurs as well. Playing blank game week 18. I think they've got quite a good fixture in that game week as well. They have got Everton at home. So if you need players to play in game week 18, Ped Porro could be a man. If only Tavernier did something with Bournemouth. I know. Right. Or maybe we do go Cash and Porro. Get Porro in. Play Porro instead of Diaby. Who's the highest points earner this year? I'm guessing it's probably Saka and Mbeumo or Salah. I think it's Salah. Let's have a look. Salah's on 111, 110. So he's beating Haaland by a point at the moment. So yeah. Sean79 said, thoughts on which two to start out of Matoma, Gibbs White and Cunha. Cheers, mate. I would start Gibbs White and Cunha over Matoma. There is a slight doubt that he might miss the game. So yeah, I'd go that way. A Turkey in a Bush has said Haaland should have had a last-minute assist too. The ref is beyond dodgy. He also ref for the Spurs-Liverpool game when that Diaz goal was disallowed for no reason. I know, yeah. Pure corruption. Who should play with Ward? Who should I play? Ward, Prowse, or Visser? I would probably play Visser, to be honest. If I were to sell Diaby, who should I get instead? Probably Palmer, and Mbeumo. Gordon, if you think he's going to play this week, they're probably the top picks. Wang as well would be one of the ones that I'd potentially go for. Now we could do cash to pot. Okay, give me a second, guys. I'm just going to have a fidget about. Right, let's reset this. Let's see if you guys can, first of all, see this. You can. Cool. Right, so if we did cash to Porro, how much would that leave in the bank? We'd have 1.1 million in the bank. Okay. So we could do cash to Porro. That would be the team for this week. I think that's a pretty strong side for this week. What would we look like next week? They'd be playing Newcastle, which is a bit of a honker. They would be playing Newcastle. So who would we realistically want and need for that game week? We need a midfielder, really. Or can I get... I can't get Jackson. I need Diaby down to someone if I wanted to get Jackson. Right, so who has a good game this week? I mean, we could just leave that again and hope, but game week 16, right. Who's got a good fixture in the next few weeks? Chelsea, but we've already got Palmer, so that's fine. City? They've got Luton and Palace, then the blank. Then Everton and Sheffield United. This is tough, man. This is tough. And then that's how we'd look for game week 17. And then at that point, I don't think the Porro move works for me and my team, to be honest. So we're going to reset that. We're going to reset that. Oscar said Salah captain. Yeah, that's the way that I'm thinking. So we're going to reset that. This is how the team is going to look. And then we're going to do Palmer, Diaby to Willian. That will be the move. Leaves us with 3 million in the bank. Cool. Then next week we're going to have to make a defensive transfer. Probably Gahey or Cash. More likely Gahey. For... I mean, Chelsea have got some really good fixtures, but I don't want double Chelsea defence. Maybe that's the point we get a Newcastle defender in. Alright, let's just say we went for... I don't know, Pinnock maybe? He's got some good fixtures. So we went for Pinnock. That's how the team would look for that week. Pretty strong. Then they've got Newcastle. That's fine because we've got Cash. We've got Taylor here as well. So we'd probably just put Cash in. Play with that. Then we'd have 4 players there. Jesus, this is difficult. This is real difficult, and I don't really know what to do anymore. Help me out, guys. Even I'm stuck. Right. What questions have we had? Get Willian. You know you want to. I know. Start Leno or Dubravka. I would probably go Dubravka. Get a Wolves defender. That helps. 15, 17. Think João Pedro starts? Probably, but it's Brighton and it's quite risky. I think next week or the week after, I might get Doku or Foden in for Hwang, then transfer him out. I was looking at Foden, you know. I was thinking that. Foden does look a very tasty option. I'm just going to go and look at his data. Let's have a look. What are we saying? Man City, 26 points. 3 goals. Good underlying data as well. Oh, I've been burnt by Foden before, haven't I? I've been burnt by Foden before, but does he work? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So if we did Diaby to Foden... Great. Cool. Then they've got Luton next week. We do the defensive transfer there to either a Newcastle defender or Ped Porro or Pinnock. We could do Pinnock. Oh, but we got... No. If we did Porro like that. Alright. Then that week they'd have Nottingham Forest. Brentford have them. Yeah. Then they blank. But we've got enough players to kind of get out of the blank. Just. But then I can't get Jackson. And I think I do want Jackson. This is annoying, man. This is annoying. I don't know what to do anymore. Jackson does have good data. What are people saying? What's kicking off? Areola or Bentley? I would be going Areola. Sar's apparently back, according to a friend I spoke to yesterday. Please, Ward-Prowse or Visser, start one, choose one. I told you Visser, go for that one. Still rating teams, I am indeed, if you want to send me those. At FPLTom_ on Twitter. That is where I'll be reviewing teams. Sent my team 100 plus points scoring team. Check. Watch a William free kick compilation, then try not to add him to your team. I know. We could be down a dangerous route here. Loads of people have sent me their teams. Great stuff. Cool. Let's do this team. 1 free transfer. Should I roll or bring in one of Saka, Gordon, Hwang for Fernandez? I still have the wild card left. Yeah, I probably would do Bruno to Saka and then probably drop Kudos or anything like that. I think that move makes sense. Bruno to Saka for this week makes sense as a transfer. I'd do that. Akuna Matata said, okay, Dubravka, Pedporo, Trippier, Gabriel, Mbuemo, Son, Salah, Saka, Matoma, Darwin, Visser. Oh, that is stinky. Watkins should not be third sub. Get him automatically. I'd put him in over Matoma. There's doubts that Matoma's even going to be playing the game, so I would do Watkins in for Matoma for that one. Watkins in for Matoma. Right, have we had any early team news kicking about? Or any team news for that regard? Let's have a refresh. A lot of people doing Cash to Porro. Chris Wilder is the new manager of Sheffield United. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Oh dearie me. Yeah, no early team news yet. Do keep your questions flying in, guys. Any that I do miss, I do apologise. Matoma has been confirmed to be fit, I believe. Not what I saw earlier. Not what I saw. Fancy Football Scout. They said... What did they say? Where is it? Here it is. Matoma will be assessed tomorrow to determine whether or not he can start after his fitness led to a benching in game week 14. That doesn't sound overly positive that he's got to do a late fitness test, to be honest. So that would be my only concern with potentially going for Matoma or starting Matoma this week. Will Watkins deliver against City? I mean, arguably he is the second best striker in the Premier League. So, yeah. Can you rate my team? Of course I can. If you want to send it me on Twitter, at FPL Tom. Leave it under my pinned tweet. Start Solanke or Watkins. I would probably go... who are Bournemouth playing? Who are Bournemouth playing? It's Palace. I'd probably play Solanke, you know. I think I'd play Solanke over Watkins if I had the choice. Okay. Start Kudos or Darwin. I'd probably start Kudos. A lot of kind of word flying around that Darwin. What the fuck is Wilder doing back at Sheffield? He slagged them off the last time they sacked him. I mean, it is what it is. You know, when you break up with your ex-girlfriend, you slag them off, and then sometimes you go back. Sometimes you don't, do you? So it is what it is. Pick 2 to start out of Darwin, Watkins, or Solanke. I'd probably go Watkins and Solanke. Evening, mate. I hope you're doing well as well. Big differential captain to boost me in my mini league. I probably wouldn't this week, just with Salah having Sheffield United. I think there will be weeks in future where a differential captain will show itself. I just don't think this is the week to do it. Do keep your questions flying in, guys, as we are approaching the deadline. About 40 minutes to go. I still haven't made my transfer yet. And honestly, I don't have a clue what to do. I really, really don't have a clue what to do at this point. And it's annoying. It is annoying. I guess we'll see. I mean, if we do get Willian in, and that is the case, we can get Jackson. All right, let me have a play. Reset. So we're going to get Willian. And then that means in a future game week 16, we're going to make a defensive transfer. One of these two out. Could go Porro. Porro would probably be the way to go. Porro for cash. Like that. Then in game week 17, this is how the team would look. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I don't think we necessarily would need to make a transfer, but I would want... Can we do Archer to Jackson? Can I just about afford that? Oh, I can. Oh, I can. I think we've got the move. I think we've got the move, you know. This is the move. And then play a front three like that. Okay, Willian might be the one then that we end up going for. I could always go for a Doji as well. How much is a Doji? 4.8 as well if we wanted to go down that route. Alright, we're doing it. If we went a Doji as well and Willian doesn't work out, we can just go Gordon. I can't go Gordon. Bollocks. Alright, I think we're going to do that though. I think we are going to do that. We've got just enough money to do it. So let's... I think that's the move we're going to make. We're going to go Willian in this week. Willian for Diaby. Play Willian. Next week's going to be cash for Porro. Or Gahey for maybe... How much have I got tied in here? 4.9. I can't remember what I bought him for. But they do have some good fixtures coming up after that. That Sheffield United one. Probably would play him in the Brentford one. The Burnley one. The Everton one as well. So I might just hold Matty Cash. I don't know. Start Diaby or Mitchell, mate. I'd probably start Mitchell. I reckon if Darwin gets 30 minutes, he's either going to score a hat-trick or an own goal. Nice. My score predictions for this week. Yeah. We've got a 2-1 win for Wolves over Burnley. 2-1 win for Arsenal over Luton. Brighton Brentford 1-1. Fulham 2-0 over Nottingham Forest. A 4-1 win for Sheffield United over... No, a 4-1 win for Liverpool over Sheffield United. Palace Bournemouth 0-0. Villa Man City 3-2. Manchester United are going to lose to Chelsea 3-1. Then Everton are going to lose to Newcastle 2-1. And Tottenham are going to draw 2-2 with West Ham United. Willian is on set pieces and has incredible league experience. Get him in. Say you got a little trigger happy with the transfers and you found yourself ranked at 6 million with a team value of... Oh my god, what would your tactics be, or would you sack it off asking for a friend? No, you can pull it back. You can pull it back. I know Harry1234 said that's a stinker, but you can pull it back. What time do price changes happen? DRB dropping? They happen at night. So like overnight. It's like 3 AM, I think. Something like that. Start Bowen or Lascelles? I'd probably start Lascelles. 1 clean sheet in your prediction? Yeah, I know. Rogue, aren't I? Do keep your questions coming in. If you're on TikTok as well and want to come over to the YouTube stream, that is more than advised as well. Help us reach our goal. Help us hit 3K going into the new year. That'd be absolutely immense. And we're going to bring in bloody Willian, aren't we? Someone's asked, which 2 would you start out of Watkins, James Ward-Prowse and Mitchell and Anderson? I would probably play Anderson and Watkins. George says, do you want to take over my team? I'm in dire need of help. Good time to bench boost? Probably not, because there's going to be some weird benchings this week. I can definitely predict that. My team value is 102 mil. Is that bad? It's not great, but I think mine's just a little bit more than that. Do keep your questions coming in, guys. Captain Haaland, Salah, and start Diaby or Mitchell. I'd probably captain Salah, and I'd probably start Mitchell. Bench Watkins? Nah, I won't be benching Watkins. Juan He-Chan, thoughts? Really good pick. Really good pick for this week if you want to go down that route. Definitely offers itself up as a decent little option. We watching the games tonight, or are you going to the gym? I'm going to the gym, mate. I'm going to the gym, but I will be around for a bit because I don't go to the gym till like 9, so we can watch some of the games. Why have I got a buy in the cup? If you have got enough points, you will get a buy in the cup. Someone said Kumbum. Nice. Should I start Diaby or Alvarez? I probably would start Alvarez. Salah or Haaland captain? For me this week, I'd probably go Salah captain. He would be the one. Captain Willian. No, we're not captaining Willian. We're not going to captain Willian. That would be daft of us. Gordon and Doku going to play. I mean, it's difficult to say. Gordon was in training today, so I think there's more probability that he's going to play this week. How's my team looking? I mean, we're nearly deciding on Willian as a transfer in. Willian hat-trick incoming. Yeah, that's where we're at. Salah or Saka captain? I'd be having Salah captain this week. A 7.9 million midfielder for already got Bowen and Palmer. I mean, and Mbeumo, as long as you've got like a way around that blank, is probably a really good one. Palmer, Sterling, they're really good shouts as well. Anthony Gordon, if you think he's fit and going to play. Pick 2, Watkins, Matoma, Solanke, Lascelles. I have Trippier. I'd probably go Watkins and Solanke then. Darwin or Jackson? I'd probably go Jackson. Gordon, Doku and Gordon, or Hwang and Odegaard? I'd probably go Hwang and Odegaard. Do I take Ward-Prowse out for Gordon? Yeah, I would. What's your lineup, mate? I'm copying it. I'm bringing Willian in, pal. I think I'm bringing Willian in. Will Reece James play? I think he will. I think he will after that suspension. Gusto's injured for a few weeks, so I do think he will play. A few people have sent me their team as well. If you want to send me your teams, at FPL Tom at FPL Tom _ on Twitter. Leave it under my pin tweet. We will review those. Not watched for a while, so it's great to be back. What are your thoughts? No worries, Tom, mate. Dubravka, James, Trippier, Gabriel, Saka, Salah captain, Son and Mbeumo, Julian Alvarez, Darwin, Solanke, Diaby, Pau, and Cash. I rate it. I think that's pretty strong, mate. No qualms with that, Tom. No qualms with that. Darwin probably might not play, but I mean, you've got good bench cover if that is the case. But we'll wait and see if we get any early team news kind of flying about. I know what game we're watching tomorrow, and it's not United Chelsea. Nah, mate. I think we might have to have the Willian game on, might we? Oh God, what am I doing? What defenders are the best to bring in? Probably Ped Porro, Spurs defenders, Newcastle defenders. They've got some good fixtures coming up. Seem like the only team that can keep a clean sheet as well at the moment. Chelsea have some really good fixtures as well coming up. We're watching the mighty Cottingers. Bellingham out the window if Big Willie scores. Should I captain Kilman because it's funny? I mean, it depends what your aim is in for FPL, isn't it, to be honest? If it's for the vibes, then go for it. If not, maybe try something more serious. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow, whatever you want to do. Just go for it. Keep your questions flowing in as well. I actually have to make a transfer and I don't know what to do. Oh, do I just leave it? Play Diaby against City? D-Rogue? When do chips reset? I mean, the only chip that resets is the wild card. You can't play any of the other ones again. James, I didn't see the start of your question, so you might need to send it me again, please, pal. You might need to send it me again. Put your team on screen. If you come over to the YouTube stream, it is on screen. There we go. That was a mouthful. But yeah, if you come over to the YouTube stream, it is on screen right now, so you can come and see it. Who do we bring in, guys? Who do we bring in? Get Ellie say, nah, get out of here. Georgia's team, Leno, Gahey, Simicast, Gabriel, and Mbeumo, Bowen, Salah, Saka, Palmer, Haaland, Darwin, like it or not. I mean, Darwin's probably the only questionable one in there. But yeah, I think everyone else is pretty much fine. You're going to have to get rid of Gahey next week. Their fixtures fall off a cliff, but it is what it is. Keep your questions coming in, guys. Like I said, I am clueless what I'm going to do this week. Play Diaby against City. They haven't got Rodri. I know. I am thinking that. I could just do... and then take 2 into next week. That could be an option. Who's my captain? My captain is Salah. Spit a freestyle? No. I ain't a rapper. Elise or Salah for captain? I'd just be going Salah. No need to do anything daft this week. Oh, God. Who do I bring in? Do we bring in Willian? Seriously? Oh, God. It's not good, is it? It's not good. Minutes played, goals, assists. It's just not good, is it? Against these crap teams, he is getting goals. But I think I could get goals against these crap teams. And who's he playing this week? Forest aren't that bad defensively. Do I check people's teams? I do indeed. If you want to send me a team, send it me on Twitter at FPLTom_. Leave it under my pinned tweet. That is the best thing that you can do. Mansfield are shit. I mean, we aren't, pal, but okay. Chapo said Palmer or Mbuemo. I think I would prefer Mbuemo out of the two. Just think he's more nailed. But Chelsea do have some really interesting and tasty fixtures coming up. If he has a masterclass and you don't bring him in, Jake will never let you forget it, nor will I. We'll be here every week laughing. I know, but he's not going to have a masterclass, is he? He's not going to have a masterclass. Mbuemo or Diaby, I'd probably pick Mbuemo out of the two. Charlie Brooks said he's on set pieces against the Forest side who sit deep and break on the counter. I reckon he'll return. Thomas has asked Mansfield to get promoted. Hell yeah. Yeah, we're getting out of League 2. Hopefully. Lascelles or Taylor or Diaby, who should I start? I'd probably go Lascelles. Buy Willian and Captain Lampard. Mansfield have Klopp in my FM save. Well, there's a turn up for the books, isn't it? Oh... I know he scored in the last games in the head-to-heads as well, Willian. Who else have they got coming up? Who else has he never, ever scored against? All right, let's take a look. Can I bring him in? Can I bring this bloody fraud in? Who else have they got? So then the West Ham game. How did they do against West Ham last year? Where's the head-to-head? Did he... club friendlies, Premier League... Why did they play a club friendly in the middle of December? Pereira scored... Did he even play? No, he didn't even play. Right, so not a great record against West Ham. That's not good. What about... Oh, they've got EFL Cup. Oh, I didn't realise they were still in that. That poses a little bit of a... Oh, you know what? I don't think I'm going to do it. Burnley beat him last time they were in the Premier League. I don't even think Willian played for him. Oh, God. Yeah, I know. Whoever I bring in realistically is going to bag a hat-trick this week, aren't they? I might just stick with Diaby, you know. I might just stick with Diaby and take 2 into next week. Well, into the weekend. Then I could potentially get Porro in for cash. We can have a look at some of the midfielders, maybe. Who to go for. Maybe then I'll have a better idea of what Anthony Gordon's doing as well with his life. It doesn't matter which one you bring in because the others are going to get hat-tricks. Yeah, it's so true, man. Your TikTok live is way ahead. Yeah, I know. There always is a little bit of a delay with the YouTube one. It's just the way it works. Pinnock or Solanke? I probably would play Solanke this week. Sent my team on Twitter, mate, if unsure what to do. Okay, let's have a look. See if anyone else has sent me their teams. Jordan Brown? Yeah, that's you. Unsure whether to captain Saka or go bold and Shan. I'd probably keep it on Saka, to be honest, mate. That bench is full of injuries. Gordon and Doku as well. But yeah, I think I'd leave it as is. I don't think there's necessarily anything I would change there, to be honest. So I think I'd leave it as is. Play Adingra or Taylor? I'd probably play Adingra. Plan to replace Douglas Luiz? I mean, you've got people like Gordon, Palmer. They're probably your best replacements. Juan He-Chan as well would be someone that I'd probably look at if I had Douglas Luiz. Maybe Willian. I'm bloody thinking about it like an idiot. What do we do, guys? What do we do? It's my first FPL season and I'm 3.7 million. Is that decent? No, it's pretty terrible. I'm not even going to beat around the bush. It's pretty terrible. Sorry I missed that. I said Juan, Gordon, Palmer, or Willian. Those would be my top picks. Cash to Porro for a -4 and bench Taylor / Gahey. No. I wouldn't do a -4 for that. Wouldn't do a -4 for that. Diaby to Kudos. I mean, West Ham do have some okay fixtures, but the Spurs one's going to be a little bit difficult this week. Lascelles or Taylor or Diaby, Gahey, Simicast. Who should I bench? I probably would bench Diaby out of those lot, to be honest. Who's my cup opponent? I got a bye in the cup. I did well enough last week. Gibbs White or should I transfer him Willian? Thoughts? Nah, I'd stick with Gibbs White. Yeah. Don't fall for this bloody Willian hype that's kicking about at the moment. And I'm part of it. Pushing that propaganda. You know if Jesus is starting? Let's have a look if we've got any leaked team news. We do not have any leaked team news at the moment. Matthew Carr has sent me his team. Vicario, Trippier, Walker, Taylor, Palmer, Matoma, and Buemo, Saka, Salah, Alvarez, and Haaland. Like I said with Matoma, there is going to be a late fitness check on him. Potentially could miss out on the game against Brentford. So be prepared for that one, Matthew. Yeah. Right, let's leave you guys there. And I need to go and do some investigations. Because there's someone else I'm looking at. There's someone else I'm thinking about. And his name is Phil Foden. Do they think he's going to start? They do. They do think Foden is going to start. Ooh, I've been down this dodgy path before. Gundogan Morris. Did Foden do anything? Came off the bench. No. Terrible. What about in that game? Terrible. Stinker. Alright. Alright. Where's City? So they do think Foden's going to play. Ooh, that would be a gamble. That would be a big gamble. Is Martinelli to Saka worth a -4? I'd probably say no. I don't think it is. Please can you let me know if Martinelli to Saka is worth a -4? No, I don't think so. Would you triple captain Salah? No, I wouldn't. Thoughts on captain Saka? I think if you've got if you've got Salah, I wouldn't bother. If you are on the TikTok stream, come over to the YouTube stream right now. My team is on screen if you want to see that. The chat moves a little bit slower as well. And we're trying to hit 3,000 subs. So if you want to help us hit that goal, that would be massively appreciated. Who should I replace Matoma with? Have 6.9 million. Ooh, I mean, Palmer, if you don't have him, is a really good shout. Anthony Gordon as well. There's some really good shouts. Hwang as well in that midfield department. They're probably your best lot. Johnson. I've heard a few people potentially mention, but it is what it is. Captain Haaland versus Salah. Salah's higher for predicted points this week, so I'm going to go with Salah. In my defence for Game Week 1, I knew so little about FPL that I had 5 players with 0 points. That includes Zimbabwe. He wasn't even at Fulham. Oh, mate, that's a honker. Lascelles or Taylor or Diaby, Gahey, Tsimikas. Who should I bench? I would bench Diaby. Start 2 out of Cash, Taylor, Gahey, and Taylor. Well, I mean, you put Taylor twice, so I'd probably go Gahey and Taylor. Hi, SB. How you doing, man? Captain Salah or Saka? I would go with Salah. Jensen's benching Watkins. If you are watching on the TikTok stream, the best thing that you can do is come over to the YouTube chat. Moves a little bit slower. I can answer all of your guys' questions. Plus, you get to see my team on screen. All you have to do for that is click the link in my bio. Come over to the YouTube stream. Drop us a subscription as well. We're close to hitting 3,000 subs over on the YouTube channel. Gordon's been in training, so hopefully he can play. Cheers for the elves, Leon. Appreciate that, man. Should I replace Bruno for a -4? He's not been very good lately. Agreed. But they do have Bournemouth next week. So I'm just going to throw that as a caveat. I don't think it's worth taking a minus as well. Bruno said play Gabriel over Tsimikas, as there's a risk of a 1-pointer for Tsimikas. There's also a risk that Gabriel very easily could be benched this week as well. Dubravka, Trips, Zinchenko, Trent, Odegaard, Saka, Salah, Chan, Isak, Darwin, Edward, my free hit team. Any changes I would make? I wouldn't have Darwin in the free hit team, to be honest. I wouldn't have Darwin. I think he's a bit of a risk. Will Gordon start? He's been in training today, so probably. And they don't have too many other options. Surely Tsimikas starts. I mean, Joe Gomez might get a run out. There's a lot of games coming up in a short succession of time. Last one was Kabore, not Taylor. Oh, I'd play Taylor then. Should I take out Sabitslai and Salah for Foden and Alvarez? Nah, not before Sheffield. No way. Start Palmer or Lascelles? I'd probably say go Lascelles. Lascelles or Tsimikas? I'd probably go Tsimikas. Palace defender or Watkins to start? I mean, Palace haven't been great at the back in the past few weeks, but it is what it is. So I think Watkins is going to score, but I mean, you've got probably a little bit of bias being a Wolves fan, so it is what it is. Swindon Town, Love Heart? No, get out. Get gone. Get gone. I know City have City don't have Luton this week. They have Villa. They have Villa this week, Leon. Big Willie, Little Philly, nice. Eric spitting facts. Early news, let's have a check. There's about 15 or so minutes, guys, till the deadline. No Doku. No Doku is the news we're getting. That's from FPL Main Road and FPL Tony, both very good, reliable sources. So yeah, no Doku. So if you've got Doku, get selling him. He's not in the team for this week, or bench him, or maybe have a replacement lined up for that one. So yeah, no Doku for this week. Gabriel start. No team news yet. No early team news yet, but I've not heard anything. Hi Tom, I need to buy the cheapest defender out there. Who is okay in your opinion? I mean, the cheapest defender possible that's okay is probably Charlie Taylor. Absolute GOAT of the game, but depends how cheap you need. How cheap do you need, Patrick? Any team news on Wolves? No team news as of yet. No team news as of yet for any of the games, apart from that Jeremy Doku is going to miss out on the game. Gary has sent me his team. He's thinking about replacing Douglas Luiz. What do I think? I mean, you could easily just swap Semenyo in this week if you wanted to go down that route. But I mean, that goes against Anderson. So yeah, I think Douglas Luiz, you know, there's no Palmer, there's no Gordon, there's no Willian. So those could be some really good options there for you, Douglas Luiz. Maybe Juan He-Chan as well. Could be a very good shout. If you're enjoying any of the streams as well, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on TikTok as well. Because we will be doing another stream on Saturday as well. Also, I went on a podcast yesterday talking about the FPL channel, talking about my career in sports broadcasting. I'm just going to spam that in the chat a bit. If you want to go and check that out after the stream, that would be massively appreciated as well, guys. I forgot to say I've got Charlie Taylor. I need very cheap. Probably the next best option then would be someone like Branthwaite. Who do I bench out of Palmer, Gordon and Mbeumo? I mean, with Gordon being flagged, I'd probably say him. He would be the one that I'd have to bench. Sorry, Chris. Hi, Tom. Are Alvarez and Martinelli worth holding? I can do a -4 to get Saka and another striker instead. I think Martinelli's going to play. It's against Luton, so I probably wouldn't do the -4. I don't think there's too much upside in doing that move, to be honest. So I don't think it's worth it. Thoughts on getting Tony in for game week 21? I mean, it all depends what kind of happens with him. Whether or not he stays, whether or not he leaves. I think he's probably going to leave the club, isn't he? Who do I captain out of Nunes, Saka, Salah or Haaland? You've got to be captaining Salah if you've got him, in my personal opinion, Ben. Sawyer's asked, Mbeumo or Gordon? I'd probably go Mbeumo. Worth selling Nunes? I mean, if he does play tonight, then yeah, I think it's a good fixture. But it is what it is. They've still got some other good games coming up. Jimaholic says, is Saka essential? I mean, I don't have him. It did affect my rank last week because I didn't have him, but yeah, it's a bit like that. He's not been overly impressive in terms of his on-field performances and the data that he's picking up, but he's very consistent point scorer at the moment. Watkins to Jesus? Nah, I'd keep Watkins. When is the next stream? We'll have one on Friday. We'll have a preview stream with me and Jake. I already reviewed your team, Gary, so if you want to come over to the YouTube channel and like kind of just rewind a bit, it'll already be there. But yeah, the next stream's on Friday, a preview for Game Week 16. Then there'll be a deadline. There'll be a video out either Wednesday late at night or Thursday morning as well with transfer suggestions as well if you are a little bit stuck. Any news on Nunes? No news, but kind of the predictions are from people suggesting that he's going to be benched as well. Bench one of Palmer or Gordon or Darwin. I probably would bench Darwin just with the news that we're getting. Hi, Tom. I sent my team. Can you suggest who do I pick? I have Tsimikas on the bench. Price changes are crazy this season. They are indeed. Willian must be coming in. I knew this fraud would end up in the chat. I was close. And now I'm more leaning towards potentially holding. But I don't know. I don't know Jake anymore. I really, really don't know what to do anymore. I really don't know what to do anymore. Let's take a look at some teams that have been sent in. Tsimikas instead of who? I mean, if anyone, probably Solanke, but that would be it. But I think I would maybe just keep it as is, to be honest. But if you think Tsimikas is going to play, go for it. But there are rumours that Joe Gomez might play. Just going to put that out there. Nathan Marsh has sent me his team. Areola, Turner, Anderson, Trippier, Gabriel, Walker, Cash, Salah, Diaby, Saka, Palmer, Bowen, Haaland and Solanke. I think it's alright. I don't think there's necessarily anything that would be like gagging to change out of that team, to be honest. Stones with a tick. Ooh, interesting. Interesting indeed. We want Willian, mate. Oh, God. Bloody hell, Friday. Tom, I need to watch Fulham match along so I can laugh when he bags a hat-trick. Nah, I don't think we're going to do a watch-along. Like, my voice is... It's basically gone. I've been doing too much, like, video streaming over the past few days. I need my voice to have a day off at some point. Anderson or Lascelles, Solanke, Edward, Palmer, bench one. I'd probably go Solanke out of a lot of those then. Adingra and Bowen to Mbeumo and Palmer. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Anderson or Lascelles / Solanke, Edward. Yeah, I already answered that question. Get Big Willie in or you lose 50% of your subs. I mean, we're going to have to probably get Big Willie in then, aren't we? We're probably going to have to do it. Peer pressure Willian in, lads. All right, let's get a new poll going. Hang on. I'm going to end this poll We're going to get a new poll in. We're going to get the... there we go. Start a poll. Poll's out. Big Willie in, yes or no? Get your votes in now. Get your votes in for that now. Sent team on Twitter. Sweet. I'll go and check that out in a minute. Start 2 out of Alvarez, Watkins, and Bowen. I probably would go Alvarez and Watkins. Just because all of us are going to be outside his door shouting, Willie, Willie, Willie. Big Willie in where? The chat has absolutely lost it. Should I hold Bowen? Yeah, I would. I'll do it. I'll do a -4. Don't take a -4, you. You're having a good week. Mate, should I captain Jesus, Darwin, or Haaland? I really want to, but I'm not sure if it's dumb. I mean, if you've got Salah, don't go against him. If you've got Haaland, I think as well, just go with one of those two this week. I put Maguire in this week. That's a rogue one. Probably wouldn't have done that. If you want to see me put Big Willie in, hit the subscribe button. All right. Yeah. Hit the subscribe button. That's all I'm going to ask. If you're on TikTok as well, come over to the YouTube channel. There is a poll up right now whether or not I should bring in Willian, yes or no. As well, we are trying to hit 3,000 subs over there. So if you want to come and check out that, you can also see my team on screen right now. And yeah. Good luck to you as well, mate. Gaza said, should I put Trent in? I don't think he's justifying the price, to be honest, so probably not. Ewan's asked, start Simicast or Gahey. I would probably put Gahey. Wrong site to watch a put a Willie. Trippier or Trent? I'd probably prefer Trippier, to be honest. Start out Palmer or Mbuemo? I probably would go Mbuemo. Bro, should I go Lascelles to Gabriel today so that I could go Areola to Dubravka next week? Or do you think I should wait a week before making the transfer? I would wait a week. To be honest. Yeah, it is what it is. Colwell or Cash? Colwell. Flecken or Dubravka? Probably go Dubravka this week. Right, we've got 8 minutes, and I'm still bloody clueless what to do. Genuinely just clueless what to do. John sent me his team. This will be the last team that I review on stream as well. Areola, Saliba, Lascelles, Simicast, Mitchell, Son, and Mbuemo. Salah captain, Solanke, Haaland, and Isak. Alright, I rate this. I rate this as a team. I think this is pretty good. No qualms with that. Mate. You're all good. What do we do, guys? What do we do? Because I am confused about what to do. Bench Alvarez, Solanke, or Porro. I probably would go Solanke out of those ones. Zinchenko benching, I'm seeing. I mean, where are you seeing that? Anyone got anything? Yeah, exactly. Has anyone actually got any reliable team news? Or not? Kivior, apparently. Oh, God. Where is this? Where are we seeing this, ladies and gentlemen? Where are we seeing this? Cool jacket, where did you get it? I got it from Classic Football Shirts. They got some good stuff. Don't take my word for it, but seen like 6 or 7 tweets. I mean, there's nothing on here to suggest that. Right, do I want to bring in Big Willie? That's the question for my own team. We're going to end the poll there. See what people have voted for that one. Big Willian, yes. No, 31%. Nice. Matoma or Diaby to start? I probably would go Diaby. Gordon or Cole Palmer? Yeah, Doku's not starting. Gordon or Cole Palmer? Probably go Cole Palmer. Start Højlund or Palmer? I'd probably go Palmer. Drop one of Palmer, Watkins, Slanky, or Nunes. Probably Nunes. Saka, Haaland for captain? Nah, I think I'd stick with Haaland for captain. Big Willie won, you have to do it. I mean, that was never the rules, and I still don't know what I'm going to do. Oh. Or do we just roll? Why can't my team look nice like that? Everyone else's team looks really nice. I'm stuck with this fraud in. It was 68%. It was so close to being 69%. Honestly, I don't know what to do. There's 5 minutes before the deadline, and I realistically need to make a transfer. Honestly, I'd roll, but Willie will. But Willie funny. Oh, it's just one of those, isn't it? Get Willie or kiss goodbye to the dream of 5k subs. I'm going to go and look at Jake's team. If he's put bloody Willie in, don't have done it, lad. Anthony Robertson for cash? Nah. Do the goalkeeper transfer that we said. Do the goalkeeper transfer. I won't do anything else. Right, I think I'm going to roll. I think I'm going to roll. Areola Sanchez, Gabriel Lascelles, Kufal, Anderson, Saka, Salah, and Buemo, Palmer, Haaland, Edward. Pick 11. Jesus. Sanchez, Gabriel, Saliba, Lascelles, Saka, Salah, and Buemo, Palmer, Haaland, and Edward. Is that 11 or is that 12? Thank you to everyone who's been in the stream today. Thank you for all contributing as well. Massively appreciate that. If you have enjoyed the content either on YouTube or on TikTok, do subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we are trying to hit 3k subs, which would be absolutely amazing to go into the new year with as well. Mansfield going down? Hell no. Willian in for Diaby, so clear. I mean, it's not so clear, is it? I had a look. They've got Carabao Cup as well in between the next two run of good fixtures. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. I think we might just roll and take 2 into next week. We want Willie. Hashtag Willie in. How's my evening? I mean, I'm being peer pressured into bringing a Willie in, to be honest. We've got 3 minutes. I really need to make a decision. Is the next stream Friday? Yeah, there'll be a preview stream on Friday. Then the deadline one. Oh, God. What do I do? Live a little. Just go for it. This feels like this is what fucking Dare at school told us not to do. Don't listen to the followers. Don't listen to the other people. What's everyone else saying? Oh, get Decore in. Of course this fraud's in here. Of course this bloody fraud's in here. What's my overall rank? 600,000, mate. We're doing all right. Being peer pressured into putting Willian in my team, but here we go. The things I do to see you get your hands on Willie. Listen to your fans. We want the best for you. I know you do, guys. Who do I start? Johnson or Dubravka? I'd probably start Johnson, you know. And Gahey or Colwell. I mean, I probably won't double up on the Palace defence, so I'll probably go Colwell then. Right, we've got a minute. I actually have to make a decision. Do we roll? Do I go and get a Doji? I'm panicking. I'm actually panicking. I need to do something. Oh, I need to save it as well. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, think with your brain. Think with your brain. Let's go for it. Oh no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't think I've got time to even bring Willian in. Yeah, I don't have time. I don't have time. We're gonna roll. We're gonna roll the transfer. We're gonna roll. Oh, we're gonna roll. No Willie, I'm afraid. We're gonna roll. I think that'll be it. Yeah, 6 o'clock. Yeah, there we go. Deadline's gone. We've rolled, guys. We didn't go for Willie in the end. Yeah. It is what it is, I guess. We've rolled. We're taking 2 into next week. I think that puts us in a little bit better preparation, to be honest. But yeah, I think that puts us in a better place for next week, for the weekend. Means we have 2 free transfers. We can kind of look and see what we're gonna do. Hope that Villa get a positive result against City. Who've I captain? I've gone with Salah. But yeah, that's the way that we've gone, guys. We didn't bring Willie in the end. I know you all wanted me to do it. Bottled it. Decore. I mean, Decore was never in question, mate. It was all about Big Willie season, to be honest. But we haven't gone for that. We haven't actually brought in anyone, to be honest. We've just left it. We're playing Derby against City. Elise hat-trick. I will be there. Fair enough. I mean, I hope Willian does something now, like, for the people that have brought him in. But I haven't, and we haven't gone for it. Despite your guys' persistence, as you like. Like I said at the points for justice for Willie. Like I said at the start of the stream, I was on a podcast yesterday. If you want to go and check that out, talk about this channel, talk about my life and role in the sports broadcasting industry as well. So if you want to go and check out that podcast, it is out now. Really good one. They've got some good guests coming up as well. Willian's score this week, 1 red card as well. Nice. But yeah, it's a really good podcast, so go and check that out as well after this stream. FPL Murph didn't bottle it and brought a Big Willie in. He did bring a Big Willie in. I've just not got the kind of capacity to handle something that big, to be honest. Love your content, mate. Cheers, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. Dub for Murph. Dub for Murph. Cheers for the follow as well, man. I do appreciate that. Like I said, guys, if you are enjoying the content, either on YouTube or on TikTok or anywhere else, do subscribe, do follow, all that good stuff. Joe loves the channel as well. Massively appreciate that. We are trying to hit 3,000 subs on the YouTube channel. Maybe at some point we will potentially bring Big Willie in. Tom, I saw your team. Don't know how many points it will get. Look, trust the process, guys. Trust the process. The next stream will be on Tuesday. Friday we'll have the preview stream. So if you want to come along to that, me and Jake will be reviewing our teams, how we got on in Game Week 15, then taking a look at Game Week 16. Game Week 16, we will also be doing a deadline stream, back to the early starts on a Saturday, so 9 o'clock in the morning, helping you guys yet again with the whole process. Video will be out Thursday or early hours of Wednesday morning for the transfer targets as well for Game Week 15, so keep your eyes peeled. Subscribe to the channel. Who do I support? I support Mansfield, that team back there. Support Mansfield, that team back there. Nah, he doesn't want you now. Big Willie is crying. Hashtag justice for Willie. Disappointed. I'll be back. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Maybe at some point we will get William back, but it is what it is. I don't know. It just didn't feel right. I looked. There was the Carabao Cup game as well coming up for them, so just didn't feel right. But one of my mates is a proper sweat top 100. Oof. I'd love to be in the top 100. Would love it. When Willie gets double digits, I'll be back. Like, guys, honestly, if he does, just coming at me at Twitter. Come at me, come in the streams, everything like that, because I'll just be in tears. Absolute tears for that one. Says he supports Mansfield, proceeds to point at a Dortmund shirt. Lad, it's difficult to point. Like, that one there. There you go. That better for you? There. I mean, the TikTok one can't see that, but there. The second one, not the Dortmund one, obviously. What are you griefing me for, anyway? Any final questions, guys, before we wrap up as well? Do get them in. And then, yeah, I'm just going to have a look if there's been any early team news. Forest fixture looks good and Wood in. Sorry I didn't see your team, Liam. Yeah. Andy rolled from Let's Talk FPL as well. His team does look a lot better than mine, though. Who do you think will win the league? Probably City. It's probably going to be City. Let's be realistic. It's probably going to be City. Yeah, no early team news yet, but we'll stay live for like another 5 or so minutes, guys, answering any of your questions. I can see a Big Willie sat in the back of his room. Where is that, lad? Come on. Where is that? Let's take a look at my predictions for this week. Cheers, Mr. Blanky. Good luck to you as well, pal. Good luck to everyone as well who's been in the stream. Nah, but for real though, should I transfer Willian out? I think game week 17 for Foden or Palmer. I was looking at Foden, you know. He does look very good. He does look very good. Fulham title contenders with Big Willie. Yeah. Went for Cunha. Nice. Hope it works out for you, mate. Hope it works out. All good and dandy. These are my predictions for this week then, guys. Wolves are going to win 2-1 over Burnley. Arsenal are going to beat Luton by 2-1. Sat in the mirror. Cheer. Brilliant. Cheers, pal. Brighton are going to draw with Brentford. Fulham are going to beat Nottingham Forest 2-0. Liverpool are going to win 4-1 against Sheffield United. Crystal Palace, Bournemouth 0-0. City are going to beat Villa 3-2. United are going to beat... United aren't going to beat... Chelsea are going to beat United 3-1. Newcastle are going to beat Everton. And Tottenham West Ham is going to be 2-2 indeed. But yeah, keep your questions coming in, guys. We will stay live for about 4 or 5 more minutes. The deadline has passed, unfortunately. Had 3 bad game weeks, went from 12k to 100k, hoping for a better one this week. Hopefully so, mate. That's sometimes how the game goes, though, isn't it, to be honest? But yeah, do keep your questions coming in, guys. Like I said, there will be another stream on Friday, so if you want to come along to that, that would be massively appreciated. Likes as well, subscriptions, follows, all that good stuff. Massively appreciated by me. Should I consider bringing in Palmer for Hwang after this game week? Definitely so. Some really good fixtures coming up for Chelsea. They're probably the team to target. I think I might end up with potentially triple Chelsea at some point. But we'll see what happens with that kind of situation, to be honest. But we have rolled in the end. Didn't go for Big Willie. And yeah, we've kind of just left it. We're playing Derby against City. I don't know how I feel about that, but hopefully Villa get a goal. Like if him and Watkins get an opportunity and they score, very good home record at Villa Park so far this season as well. So we'll see what it is. We'll see what it is. I'm thinking of bringing in James and Nkuku if and when he's back fit. I would probably say James, yeah. Nkuku, I'd probably be more tempted with Jackson at the moment. This stream is informative and entertainment. That's what we like to see. That is what we like to see. That's kind of the aim we're going for. You know, we try and help you guys pick the best players, but at the same time, I like a little bit of fun. Yeah. Cool. No other kind of early team news at the moment I'm seeing, guys. So, yeah. A lot of people just making the Turner to Dubravka move this week. Seems the way. A lot of people sticking with Salah captain as well. Unfortunately, I don't have Saka, which could be a pain or could be a blessing. We'll see how it goes. Thoughts on Czech's drumming career? I have no idea what you're on about, but sure. Damn, can he not see my questions? I mean, the chat does fly pretty quickly, and if you want to ask me them, go for it. Anything I need to know about Wolves? I mean, I've not seen anything. The deadline's passed anyway, so yeah. I think we're going to leave it there, guys, to be honest. Like I said, thank you to everyone who's been in the stream today. Massive shout out to all you guys as well. We are going to end the stream, like I said, though. Hit that subscribe button, follow, and yeah, all that good stuff. What did I do before the deadline? I did nothing. I've just rolled this week. Probably should have brought Big Willie in, but it is what it is. We'll see if it comes back to haunt me. Hopefully it doesn't. But yeah, good luck, everyone who's watched. Like I said today, guys, thank you very much for your support. As always, it massively is appreciated by me. And as well, if you want to go and check something out after the stream, go and check this episode of the All for Sport podcast, where I was their special guest for this week. So go and check that out as well, guys. Yeah, but big thank you to everyone who's watching. And hopefully see you on Friday as well for the preview stream. And if not, I will see you on Saturday for the deadline stream. So thank you very much, guys, and good luck this game week.